Okay, so last time, look, very quickly. So the last time you guys will remember, you guys were in Sequin, and
Mhm.
basically you were working with Simeon from the Lyceum about what to do next. And one of the things that he basically got a firemancer called Larkin to help you out with with some teleportation, because what you were going to do is go down there. They had gotten some information that the Sargavans were making a move on a place called Eresh. And the thing about Eresh is down here behind enemy lines, down to the south of where of the Bandu Hills, and inside on the river there, and inside the Screaming Jungle, where a lot of Mwangi are. This village of Eresh is not hugely notable, except for it is the location of a place called the Monastery of Two Winds. And it is also down the river from a place called Castle Corstal. And Castle Corstal, according to new intelligence, is the residing place of a thing called the Torch of the Burning Sky. Now, the Torch of the Burning Sky is one of these sort of like things of legend, right? The Torch of the Burning Sky did this. No one saw the Torch of the Burning Sky, blah, 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 blah. It's supposed to be this very powerful artifact, but it's largely, at least up until just a few months ago, largely mythological.
Mm.
The Torch of the Burning Sky was present at this big battle, and this guy who was this famous dude had the Torch of the Burning Sky, and kicked all these asses. Well, it had come to Simeon's attention that there was a lot of Sargavan, and not necessarily Simeon's, but Simeon's like sort of military guy who's been keeping track of all this stuff. There's been a lot of Sargavan activity regarding supposedly the location of the Torch of the Burning Sky. And the idea was, if the Sargavans take it seriously, it makes sense for us to take it seriously too. And so basically, Simeon asked you guys, will you guys go down there, check this thing out, see if the Sargavans are down there? If there is something to this Torch of the Burning Sky discussion, will do your best to keep the Sargavans from getting it, because if it is what they say it is, like this mythological artifact that has all these powers and all this kind of stuff, for it to fall into Sargavan hands would be a major setback, maybe
Mm.
even subsequent to a defeat. So you guys agreed. Simeon put you together with a fire mage that he knows of, like name of Larkin. And basically, what she says is like, I'm going to teleport you 220 miles across the Bandu Hills. Now we know that teleportation is almost instantly deadly for everyone who goes through. So I'm going to buff you guys up with protection from resistance to fire, and
Mhm.
this dragon skin potion that made of red dragon skin that's supposed to protect you from the flaming death that occurs to most people when they teleport. But theoretically, all these things being evil, she could teleport you to there, and get you to this place. Then you would essentially come down this river, and cut across and go to Eresh, avoiding the pickets of the Five Corps, maybe linking up with some of the Mwangi, the Osibo Mwangi, who are harassing them. The idea was that the teleportation spot would put you behind Mwangi lines, so you will be relatively safe, as opposed to, like, oh, I don't know, in the middle of a Sargavan military camp.
Gotcha.
So that was the plan. You guys get there, you get ready, you teleport, and as you're teleporting, you realize something has gone wrong. You can feel the flames around you, but you're protected. The spells that Larkin put on you and the potion that she had created that you guys drank did protect you from the heat and flames that were accruing to those people who teleport. So the teleport itself was successful. However, you did not land at the headwaters of that river like you planned. Instead, as you were going through, Titus, I think you especially could feel it, and maybe I think Poe as well. You could feel that your teleportation spell was being twisted away and turned and drawn into some other place.
Hmm.
When you guys landed and you guys came out of teleport, you found yourselves here. In a large circular bamboo cage, and around the cage are these four large platforms, which are off the ground, in such a way that essentially they've got like an angle on you guys. You guys land in this cage, and there's all these people around. There are Mwangi warriors. There are also what looks to be Akuje archers. Now, Akuje, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Akuje, but Akuje are essentially Mwangi elves. And they have dark skin and that kind of stuff. But there are Akuje with these Mwangi, and they're on these platforms as well. And there are guards all around it, and there looks to be a couple of different people kind of hanging out. One of them looks to be some sort of a Kuja mage. And if I can get to my screen, I will give you a close-up. So the first person that you notice outside of the guards and the people around the cage. And so there's this circle of people around there with have these long spears, and they're like got the spears at the cage. So if you guys do anything crazy, they're going to jab those spears through the cage bars and stab you with them. And then on these platforms, there are archers, and they have like their own bodyguards for the archers
Yeah.
so that are on the platforms, and they're already, I mean, they're not like all the way back, but they're ready to fire if they need to. The other two people that you notice are this woman right here, so which is an Akuje. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a Kuje woman. Obviously, elvish features, painted in
Mhm.
weird wise. You suspect, and Poe, you and Vondrum suspect that this is potentially either an Akuje witch or an Akuje sorceress of some kind. But next to her is a human man who, at the end of last time, just kind of sort of strolled up to the cage. And this is what he looks like. He kind of
Mhm.
strolled up to the cage, obvious Mwangi, Mwangi face. He strolls up the cage, gives a big smile, and he says, "Welcome to the Mwangi Expanse." In common, "Welcome to the Mwangi Expanse. My name is, hold on. My name is Rahikito. I am the Mapataji here. And I just have one question for you. Who are you?" And that's basically where we left off last time. So this guy seems he walks up to over by where there's the little door, and then there's like a little staircase down. And he's standing there and he's kind of looking in. Seems like a cheerful sort. He's like, "Who are you?" He says, "And I have a second question too. Why have you come here? Why were you teleporting this close to the Mwangi Expanse?" Now,
Well,
Now you guys are in this cage, and you see that there is something that sparks, especially you, Titus. You can see that this thing sparks your. Oops. Hello. Here we go. You can see that this thing sparks your. There's like a wooden, sort of twisted wooden kind of structure of some kind, and in it, magically held in place, is some sort of dark crystal. You recognize this from your experience because remember, you were back when you guys were hunting the hydromancer. You guys remember that you guys got that one of the places that you guys went into had something like this. It gave
Yeah,
off
they
a
had they
similar
had one of
magical
these, and
vibe.
they suck on the
Yeah.
teleports in the area to this one spot.
Yeah, essentially a teleport trap where it would just like this one is obviously a very different kind of magic than the one that you guys encountered before, but the purpose is similar.
who are we?
I would suggest someone take over
Yep.
diplomacy before Arendar does.
Yeah, I was just
Oh,
about to roll
I would
diplomacy.
not.
Oh no, okay,
38.
speak up.
38 diplomacy checks. So what do you say, Titus?
Oh, good. Greetings, good sir. My name is Titus. These are my friends and comrades, and we are on a special mission. We weren't anticipating landing here. Can you tell us who you are, where we are, and why we're here?
Of course, my name is Rahi Kito, and I'm from the village of Mkiwa. I am the Mapataji there, and these obviously are my colleagues. Um, we find it very interesting. We did not expect to encounter anyone coming to our little bolt hole today. But now that you're here, I must ask you: are you allied with the Sargavans, perchance?
Oh,
Arendar's gonna
no,
laugh, like belly laugh with that one.
no.
Indeed, no. Well, that is fortunate since we are not allied with the Sargavans either.
No, we are quite the opposite. In fact, we are on a mission to be their undoing.
Indeed. Well, obviously that is a welcome message. And he kind of looks as you could say that he looks over at the Ikuje priestess, maybe you don't know, the one that has paint on her face and that kind of stuff. He looks over to her and sort of side eyes, guys. Looks over there, and you could see her very clearly look at him, and she nods once at him, and he goes, "Ah, well, as it happens, since we are allies and apparently new friends." I apologize for any inconvenience that you may have suffered. Can you tell me where it is that you have been teleporting from?
Well, are you familiar with Sequent?
Oh, indeed we are. My one of the lords of Mkiwa has spoken at great length about the activities in sequel. You are from there.
Well, we are not from there, but we have
We're
ventured
from Gate
from
Pass,
there.
You are from Gate Pass. Ah, very sad story at Gate
which
Pass.
which explains our attitude towards the Sargavans.
Indeed, it would. You'll have to excuse me, although my friend is an excellent judge of character. I will be happy to escort you to Mkiwa. However, we will have to travel with a bit of a guard. You understand, of course.
Of
These being
course.
dangerous times.
Ono is getting really hot-headed.
Okay,
Don't
you're
piss
not
off our teenager, dude.
you're not gonna punch an emissary, are you?
Uh, Ono says, "You have unlawfully diverted our good mission, which is none of your concern
My good
anyway.
new friend,
And
please
you've
notice the
put me
pimples and
in a
the
cage.
raging hormones in my friend here.
You've put us in
That's
a cage.
hilarious.
I grew up in a cage sometimes. Do you want to fight?" I ask him, "Do you want to fight me? Come fight
Oh,
me."
indeed, no. I don't fight. Obviously, that is why I brought all these friends. And they are like, so you see the guys with the spears are sort of like, okay, maybe we have to worry about this. But you can see Rahi, he kind of like goes, no, no, no. I'm sure it's fine. Sir,
Do you
I
want to all come
apologize.
up
This is
and I
a
will beat you
standard.
all?
We did not expect travelers from Sequin. We expected Sargavan commandos, of which we have had a great deal of issues with of the
Hmm.
late. So please accept my apologies for your thing. You and you. And he leans over to these two guards. Open those doors and escort these people out. And some of these people are, everybody's still at the ready, but you see several of these guys sort of come over to crowd over by them. He steps back and one of the guards unlocks the door, lets you out, and now they still have their spears at the ready, and the archers on the platforms, they haven't budged, but several of these other guys that are like circling the area have sort of come over, sort of discuss you. He's like, please, please come out. You are in no danger here, sir. And he's talking to Ono. I apologize. I understand completely the inconvenience. If my In my defense, let me assure you that in these trying times, these sort of inconveniences are sadly necessary.
I double dog dare anybody here to throw a spear at me.
So you
Or
guys come
pick one
out.
up.
Weeping Ravens comes with
Right.
you guys. And this is Rahi Kito is his name, and he refers to himself as a empataji. Do any of you speak
Yes.
polyglot? Okay,
Yes.
so empataji is so Mwangi titles are a little strange, right? So there's various kinds of them, but empataji means finder of lost paths
Hmm.
in polyglot. Now, it's obviously there's like it's an honorific. And if you know anything, probably you may have learned from your polyglot teachings when you were learning the language.
Hmm.
Um, these kind of things these titles can be earned, and sometimes an individual might have multiple titles. If he's a warrior, he may have a title associated with that. If he is a landowner or some sort of wealthy industrialist of the Mwangi, he may have a title associated with that. Sometimes, you can earn titles through deeds. Finder of Lost Paths strikes you as a deed title. Like
Hmm.
this guy did something that earned him this moniker. But that's what that title means.
Hmm.
And the Akuje use these titles as well sometimes. Anyway, he allows you guys to come out. The escorts kind of surround you is too much. There's there's several of you here. But he's very gracious. He's like, if you will follow me, my friends and I will escort you to Mkiwa, um, and we will introduce you to both the priestess, Tute, and the Onamdamin, who's the local Kanali, which would mean a military leader of sort, like a colonel,
So
that kind of stuff. But it's
when
also
he
an
told
honorific. It's also a like a hereditary title, the Kanali.
when he told us where we were at, did that ring a bell from our map that we had where we were going? Do we know?
Got knowledge local or knowledge geography? Anybody got that?
No, but Arendar would have studied the maps that
Yes,
showed where we were going.
I have knowledge local.
Ah, okay.
Oh, do you want that?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I have it. What of it?
Yeah, Ray's not going to tell Arendar what it is, but
16.
16. All right. So yeah, you are somewhat familiar with the village of Mkiwa. And when he talks about it as if it's a village, it's not really a village. Why is this not working?
It's kind of a village.
It's kind of a village, but it's larger than you would suspect. And here, let me see if this even works. Did that work? No, it didn't, obviously, because you guys aren't looking at the map. All right. So you see the yellow there?
uh-huh.
So your planned trip was the white line going into this area behind uh Mwangi lines. Instead, it looks like your
Oh.
teleport turned right and landed it here where this yellow X is, the village of
So they got us
Mkiwa.
closer to where we wanted to go.
It's
So
actually closer, yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
Arendar's fine with it.
So it's on the border of sort of where the lines are. So that's yeah. Your guess is that from Eresh, it's about, well, depending on how you would go, you probably wouldn't go straight across. You would probably go like this, and doing so, it's about 12 miles away from Eresh.
Hmm.
So thick jungle. Some of it is some elevation changes as well, but certainly doable and probably a day.
Hmm.
But yeah, they escort you. You are actually not too far from the village itself, and very soon, once you guys exit the, sort of the teleportation trap, you begin to see a fair amount of people well, road is not, but a fair amount of people moving back and forth in the vicinity of Mkiwa, and as you sort of approach, you realize that Mkiwa is one of those villages that includes both Akuje elves and humans as well. So as you approach, you begin to see, um, you know, what look to be some very significant treehouse type dwellings. This seems to be the primary kind of dwelling in this area. There's some large trees here. It's a bit Avatar-y, but you can see there are a lot of human Mwangi. There are a lot of Akuje elves, and they seem to blend and intermingle. They're working together. Couple of things as you get here. It looks like the village looks prosperous, and there are lots of people milling about. But there's also a lot of what are obviously warrior types, and there's whole sections of the village sort of set aside, off to the side from the living areas and the commercial areas, that are where people are practicing, elves and men alike, practicing archery and fighting. And you can see that there are wagons with supplies being loaded and ready. um and Rahi sees you kind of looking around as you guys approach the city, and he basically says, yes, you've noticed that we have a great many, there's a great deal of activity here. We have been, and he explains, he says, we have been helping to supply the Glorious Agha-la Osib in their fight against the hated Sargavan Five Corps to the north of us. And basically, what he does is he tells you that this village has served for several months as a major transshipment point where men and material from all through the Screaming Jungle to the south coordinate here, and then move out to either go to the Osibu or to even to go south in those areas. So from Mkiwa, you can see that there are people moving material downriver to the Mazali activities, but they're also moving people due north to link up with the Osib and fight Five Corps. So these guys have been serving this Mkiwa place has been serving as sort of a transshipment point where men and material from the jungle will centralize and then move out in various ways to help out the Mwangi effort against the Sargavans.
So Arendar will pipe up to that
Hmm.
and tell him he appreciates that because we were just recently in the Bandu Hills to stop a Sargavan plot to pretty much destroy basically bring the dwarves into infighting and nullify them. So
Indeed, we heard that we've heard tales. We heard news from the Bandu that there was a significant amount of problems up there. We knew the Five Corps was at the bottom of the Elite Pass, but we didn't know what was transpiring. We heard that their king has been either killed or deposed. The people that we talked to were not clear on that. Do you know anything about that? He seems very interested.
yeah, Arendar will tell him pretty much a quick summed up version of what happened and how we were involved and helped out and
He's
basically.
fascinated by this, and he's surprised too as well. He's like, you have been on the front lines of this battle. I am certain that Princess Tuti will be glad to hear your story. She is very wise. So as he's walking around, he's like, the first thing I'm going to do is introduce you to the priestess. Her name is Tuti, and she is how shall I put this? The probably leading spiritual person in the city, in the village in Mkiwa. She's from here, and she has been sort of the spiritual leader of this place for many 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 years. You'll meet her. I've already gotten word that you are to see her as soon as possible, and then I will take you to see uh, Onamdaman. Onamdaman, who's the Kanali, who's the more secular leader of Mkiwa. His father was Kanali before him, and only recently died in battle, as it were, gloriously, with the Osib on the front lines against the Fifth Corps. So, Onamdamin, he kind of smiles. He says, "Well, he's young, impetuous, and has a great deal. He has great moccasins to fill in that of his father. His father ruled in Mkiwa alongside the priestess for many decades. He was a great fighter, a leader of men, and was highly respected here. His son has immense shoes to fill, and as you can imagine." Is a little bit insecure in that regard. But he is a good man, and I am certain that he will be happy to make your acquaintance. He would especially love to hear news from the Bandu and from Sequin. He has spoken interestingly that you should show up at this time because he has spoken of Sequin and the struggles there. And I believe has received information from Sequin, so I know that he will want to speak to you about that.
Okay.
Mm.
So as you guys kind of plug through here, it's really interesting. You could tell with these tree houses and the paths that go through them, you could tell that there's a great deal of elvish influence here in Mkiwa, but there are also tons of Mwangi. But it really is, there's a lot of people sort of coordinating things around. But in general, despite the fact that there's a war going on 25 to 40 miles to the north of this village, this place seems largely untouched by it. I mean, other than the obvious military presence and a lot of activity in that regard. Plus, there's a lot of supplies and various wagons and horses and mules and things coming through, bearing of the supplies that are going to be moved out. These people seem happy, and while you get the idea that they understand that this is a dangerous time for everyone,
Hmm.
the war does not seem to have touched Mkiwa. Um, in any
Yet.
in any real way yet. Exactly.
Right now they're
So
focused on the other direction.
Yeah, he parks you in a little bit of a town square and says, let me go to the princess and make sure the priestess and make sure that she understands you're coming." He basically he says, "I will return momentarily," and he takes off into one of these like big trees, one of the bigger ones that look well built out and that kind of stuff. And those guards kind of hang out, but they seem less tense. They're a little nervous about Ono, but so they're keeping
We're,
an eye on him.
in all fairness, we're a little nervous about Ono. So
Whatever you do, don't let him get a hold of a spoon. Um, but Rahi comes back quite quickly. He's like, "The priestess is excited to see you. Please follow me." And you go into one of these trees, and there's like various kinds of stairs. There's people coming up and down, and once you get inside them, you realize how big these trees are and how much built out they are. There are floors, there are residences, there are storehouses. It's enormous. This particular tree seems to be more administrative and ceremonial in nature. There's no people living here as far as you can tell, that kind of stuff. It's much more ornate from a decorative standpoint, but pretty soon you are brought into the presence of the priestess Tutti.
Hmm.
You can see once you go in there, it's obvious that she is half human. She's half human and half elf. She's a half elf. And those of you who are magic users, I mean, you don't have to do anything to before you realize she just reeks of primal power. You could feel it when you walk in.
Hmm.
It's not Fey, it's more like nature magic, druidic magic, maybe that's something like that. You also know that there's no question that, especially Titus, you will recognize that she has got to be the source, the power behind the teleportation trap.
Hmm.
Around her, there are servants, and they have soft shoes, and they sort of glide around. And around them is like what look to be both Mwangi and maybe Akuje nobles. They wearing rich robes, jewelry, that kind of stuff. There's a fair amount of wealth here. But it also seems like, at least in the room that you guys are in right now, it seems a very spiritual place. I mean, there's a hint of incense in the air. Every once in a while, a low gong will ring out somewhere unseen, and you can see that these people, even though they're having conversations, they obviously are acting with reverence to the priestess. Eventually you are brought in front of her, and she looks at you all, and she says, "Welcome, welcome to Mkiwa. I am Tuthe, um, and my understanding is that you were captured in my teleportation beacon, but that you are not Sargavan. You are our allies, and if so, I welcome you here." Those
And
of you who are wizards or cast spells, give me a quick detect magic.
Uh,
that goes without a roll. You mean like a perception or a spellcraft?
Like spellcraft, sorry.
oh, let's see, spellcraft. 16.
16, that's not bad.
Natty for Vondi.
Natty twins. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, and 25 for Poe. Even Arendar is killing it. Titus, you got to hit the books, man. All right, but 16, even 16 is good enough. Vondrum, you sense it almost instantly with your connection to primal magic and things like that. You realize that all around this woman is effectively a zone of truth. Oh no, are you gonna punch a half elf priestess?
Well, he had goals in the dwarven community of boot to the head with dwarven nobles. So it goes to it would make sense that he's got the same goal for the Akuje
An equal
nobles.
opportunity head booter?
Heck
You
yeah, he
know,
is.
Do we have Whisper going? Is that something we're always keeping going, or did anybody?
I tend to cast it whenever we get into pickle. So when we were in the cage,
you
Well,
probably would have fired it up.
share
Yeah.
with everybody that it's unless you're really, really, really good at it. But I wouldn't lie to this woman.
Well, the rest of you, I mean, even a 16 a spellcraft check, I mean, the rest of you, even though Vondram is like, I got this, you guys can tell that there is a field around this woman of a magical field. Titus, you can detect it. It's seems to emanate from her or something on her. The rest of you definitely feel like well, the rest of you feel, those of you who don't have magic powers feel like that, or magic detective powers, feel like that this is a woman who you instantly like and feel like you can trust with your most guarded secrets.
Hmm.
That goes for you too, Ono. There'll be no punching of the lady priestesses tonight.
Every time he inches close to her, we're like, ah.
Uh,
Oh,
so, um, so she welcomes you to Mkiwa. She introduces herself and she says, "I have some questions for you. My servant." And she gestures at Rahi. She says, "My servant tells me that you are from Sequin and that you are known to the dwarves of the Bandu. We do not know you. Please tell me your tale so that I may see into your hearts."
Aaron Dar's gonna look at Titus, say, "Are you telling it or am I?"
You want to
Um,
tell her? I don't want to tell her.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not obviously not going to lie, but I want to make sure that any diplomacy bridges over whatever. So
He's gonna say
we
it.
explained
He's
to
gonna use
her
big words
that
to say it.
where where we've been, what we're doing, and that could you please get us to the
Town of
temple or
Eresh.
whatever of the two winds stat, because the longer we tarry, the longer the Sargavans harry.
All right. So those are truths. Those are no lies there, and she understands that. The rest of she asks each of you in turn to sort of tell her something. What how have you found your way here? You know, each of you she takes a moment to speak to, and frankly, many of you, even Wraith, does not feel immediately violent like he normally does.
That's a constant state with him.
I know he's a troubled young half elf.
He has some anger
But
management issues.
he does, yeah. He's working some shit out. He's getting there. You know, a couple of more trips to the therapist, maybe a few more murders, and then I think he's going to be right as rain. But basically, she asks you, and I think all of you sort of feel not compelled, but certainly incentivized. You don't get the vibe that you get from her is that she's not against you. She genuinely wants to know where you guys are coming from. And when she says, "So I can look into your heart," um, you get the impression that she's sort of ascertaining the truth of your statements and what it means in the greater thing. You feel like she's looking deeper into what you tell her than the mere words suggest. So after you guys all at least tell something, she comes back to you and she says, "Well, as you are dwarf friends and you are enemies of the Sargavans and you are diplomats from Sequin, I have to ask the question, what business have you here? Why have you come to my village?" And I know, Titus, you have been telling, well, we need to get to
Because you hijacked our teleport.
well, there's that. Yeah. But basically, it's less of why have you come to my village and why were you even teleporting around here? What's going on? Because teleportation is dangerous. So, they obviously, so a couple of things that you can interpret from this, right? So she obviously gets that you guys have some sort of power that will, you guys have enough power that allows you to teleport safely despite the dangers associated with it. And two, they have a trap set up that they've already admitted they're using to keep Sargavan commandos out of the Mwangi. So the Sargavans have a way to teleport people in here without immediately getting them murdered. So that's disconcerting. But she's basically like, so, you know, tell me more about why you want to go to the Monastery of Two Winds.
I'm gonna go there and pick fights.
Test your mettle against Pelis and Longinus.
I'm gonna just go there and punch people.
Look, we
That's what he
believe that
does.
it has the answer, or at least a clue to the answer, to bring this war to an end in our favor. We don't know much more than that,
Hmm.
but we believe that it is the holder or the gateway to a powerful tool that can help us bring this to a favorable close.
And more importantly, we think Sargavans are on their way towards this very important tool, and we're trying to figure out what it is and beat them to it, or at least keep them from getting it.
When you talk about the Sargavans already on their way, she frowns. She says, "We have basically we have seen Sargavan activity in the Mwangi expanse behind us, to the east and south of us.
Hmm.
We suspect that there are small groups of Sargavans who are moving upriver past the Mazzali lines and moving into the jungles. For at first, we thought that this was to cut supply lines out of the Screaming Jungle to keep us from doing what we have been doing since the war started, which has helped to supply the Mwangi in the southern plains, and provide men and material, and serve as a jumping off point for that kind of material. We originally thought that that's what the Sargavans were trying to do. They were trying to, rather than use a huge army, that they would send in small forces to harry and sort of sabotage and try to beat us that way. So we have been patrolling these areas quite diligently, but not too deeply. Our patrols only go about 4 or 5 miles out. We're much more concerned with protecting the people here in Mkiwa, in Mkiwa, as opposed to taking the fight to Sargava.
Hmm.
But we're very familiar with the town of Eresh and the monastery. And insofar as we know, everything's fine there. But if you say that there is danger there, considering the circumstances, we have. I mean, she can tell
Well,
you're telling the truth. So
yeah, we think they're headed there for some nefarious purpose that if they want it, even if we don't know what it is, we just don't want them to have it.
I understand. Um, with that, she basically says, "Well, you are. I've seen." She's like, "I've seen the truth of your words, and I've seen inside your hearts. I know that there is no evil there, except for maybe Wraith." Um,
And right now, a little bit of
well,
Ona.
and a little Ono, but we'll allow it. We'll allow it. Judge says we'll allow it. You're welcome in Mkiwa. You with my blessing, the people of Mkiwa will know that you are to be treated as guests, and that you are welcome here for as long as you wish to stay. And with
Spencer's killing me.
it's largely, I mean, she's basically kind of laps back into the thing, and Rahi kind of comes forward and is like, "Yeah, that's it. We should go now," and basically escorts you back out onto the into the streets.
Hmm. Hmm.
So back outside, he's like, "Look, I know you guys are in a hurry,
Yeah.
but we if you care to stay, arrangements can be made for you to stay here overnight to rest. We can provide some modicum of supplies if you need anything. We don't have much in the way of magical supplies, but I imagine I could scrounge up a few potions of healing if that's the sort of thing you could use.
How about a +5 Holy Avenger?
You know what? We just sold one to a guy, and he took off.
Man, always just miss it.
It's always the same guy too. It's just um, but he's like, look, you're wrong. And while you guys are talking, he's talking about supplies. We'll make depending on when you want to leave, we'll make sure that you have food and water to carry with you into the jungle. And I'll provide you with maps and stuff like that so that you can find your way to Eresh. I know you're not familiar from here. At which point a couple of Mwangi soldiers kind of roll up and they talk to Rai. They're like, Empadashi Rahikita, uh uh Ona Onamdaman, Kanali Onamdaman wishes to see the visitors.
Hmm.
And Rahi comes to you and says,
Who's
our,
that?
our Kanali, the leader, basically the leader of the village, wishes to see you. If you will come with me,
Go to
please.
bed, kid.
Waiting like 5 minutes.
Yeah, she waited for a minute or two because she saw your picture was empty. So she's like, I
Yeah.
ain't gonna come give you a hug until Chuck's here.
Yeah. I wasn't around yet.
All right, night, girl. Love you too.
So these two soldiers basically kind of the vibe you get is that this is absolutely a command rather than a request. The two soldiers, but the two soldiers don't speak to you guys. He speaks to Rahi.
Hmm.
So Rahi's like, "We are requested. We should go." And he takes you to sort of across the village to a another one of these large, um, these large tree houses. And
Mhm.
there's a lot of soldiers around, and a lot of what look to be servants, especially a great many female servants, in various states of dress, that are kind of going toing and froing around the thing.
Oh, this
You
is
are
Epstein's treehouse.
no, they're of age, so no, it's not like that. But so you're brought inside by the soldiers and basically escorted into the topmost room, which is like a bedroom, but it looks like furniture has been cleared out of the way. And there's a man there. He's facing away from you, sort of like this, and then as it seems very contrived because he's sort of looking away, sort of looking out the window when you come in. And then Rahi sort of like stands and comes in front of you and he bows and he says, My Kanali, the visitors from Sequin are here. And they have come at your request.
They have come at your
Uh,
demands.
they have come at your request. And he sort of turns around like unexpectedly, like, "Oh, excellent, excellent, Rahi! You have brought our newest friends." And he comes over and
Is this the punk
he,
kid?
yeah, he's like you're guessing between 25 and 28, somewhere in there.
But he's the one whose dad just died.
Yeah, so the title is he's the Kanali. The Kanali of the village is sort of like
Yeah, the
the
military leader.
chief. Yeah, military leader, but also sort of like political leader, right? These villages are quite hierarchical. Now this guy's father. So what Rahi told you is this guy's father, up until quite recently, was the Kanali and had been for many years. Was very respected, worked very closely with the priestess, and was a man of many. More to describe it any differently, he was a man of many great deeds, right? He had won many battles. He had brought, he had made the village prosperous. He had, he was beloved by many of the. He was both a strong leader and a good leader, right? Um, and this guy, Onamdamin, had always been sort of in his shadow. He's not a enormous warrior. There's obviously some elvish blood you can see from his ears, but so at least at some point his father had taken an
Or he's a
elvish bride,
Vulcan.
or he's a Vulcan. Yeah, it could be a Vulcan. But Rahi sort of hinted at the idea of like he's got big shoes to fill, and the subtext on that was, well, maybe he's not 100% ready to step into those shoes, because his dad was a big presence in the village, and he died gloriously in battle against the Sargavans, which only heightens his already huge reputation. And so the village, I guess for lack of a better term, has a lot of expectations as to what the son of that Kanali will do, and he just hasn't fulfilled those yet. He hasn't had time to, but the implication is that he's a little sensitive about it. So he welcomes you, however, greets you warmly. He's like, welcome to Mkiwa, my village. You are welcome here. I've come to understand from Rahi and others that you are here from Sequin, and I'm very curious to hear the news from Sequin. Please sit and tell me everything. He orders a servant to bring drinks in, wine, and small snacks. And he's very curious. He's like, I've heard great things about what's going on in Sequin against the Sargavans. We have had some news from Sequin from various other administrators, and I want your thoughts as to how Lord Vortbert's war is going against the Sargavans. We have heard that the dwarven commander has been conducting very successful raids against the Sargavan forces in the north, and frankly, I have been considering supporting this Lord Vortbert and his efforts up there, and sending him some of our troops and perhaps supplies. And since you are from Sequin, I've just come from Sequin, I'm very, very curious. What is the news there?
Well, we just fill
Okay.
them in.
Yeah. Let Titus do this. Arendar's got a huge bias on this subject, so
What, on Vortberg?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm have suspicions as well.
Well, so
Nevertheless,
he seems very positive. He's like, I've heard good things. This Lord Vorpert is sallying, forces up against the Sargavans in the north and assisting, in the battle there. And we've heard that, he could use support, and we're considering sending soldiers.
uh,
Did we just lose somebody?
well,
We did. We lost Gordon.
Where's Gordon?
I don't know. He left. Jennifer, is Gordon okay?
I'm at work, hon, so I'm assuming he's probably got a computer problem.
Okay.
Or an
Gotcha.
internet problem, yeah.
So yeah, I'm not quite sure how to answer that either. Especially in reviewing last time's episode, I have a lot of suspicions that I can't quite gel yet. But
Maybe
I
you could
just
suggest to
reaffirm
him.
that yes, things are hot. Certainly the dwarves of the Bandu Hills are also doing good work and could use your support. Us at Gate Pass definitely could use your help. We are very pleased to know you and to to think that we might work together and perhaps lean on you for support as well. We're
Okay.
glad that you are of good heart and stout soul. And
Give me a quick diplomacy roll.
I knew that was coming. Here you go.
Excellent. Okay. So he seems very pleased by this. He's like, "Oh, you are from Gate Pass." This is, I actually, and he says, "Oh, I actually visited Gate Pass many years ago in my youth. My father and I traveled there on a diplomatic mission. I was able to see your beautiful city. My understanding is that it's falling on a bit of hard times right now, but I know that the people of Gate Pass will certainly triumph over the hated Sargavans. It is almost certain."
Well,
And this
thank
is
you.
great. This is great news from Sequin. However, I think before, believe me, I have. You seem both honorable and trustworthy to me, and worthy of my support. But I think my understanding is that you are heading to the monastery to petition the monks there for support. And so, as you know, or you may not know, I am a great friend of Pelis, the monk there, and he and I have spoken on many occasions, and I find him to be as good a guide in the methods of this world as any I have spoken to, and I am fortunate to consider him a great friend. I know that you are going there, and you go there with my blessing, but I would very much like to hear from Pelis after you have visited him what he thinks of you. If Pelis likes you and Pelis deems you worthy and honorable, you and Sequin will have my full support, and I will send what men and material that I may and that you request. Does that sound like an intriguing proposition?
I bow deeply and say yes, thank you. And if I may impose or encroach upon you one last time, if there are any guides or ways you could get us there hastily, time is of the essence. And
Oh, it's an easy walk. The path is clear. I mean, you doughty travelers such as yourselves could quite easily make it to Eresh in half a day, 3/4 at the most.
very well.
The paths are clear, and the jungle is if you have navigated the crevices and mountaintops of the Bandu Hills, the jungles of the Screaming Jungle will pose you no concern. I promise you.
Very well. If you have any intelligence you can share, it would be greatly appreciated.
Only that the monks at the Monastery of Two Winds are some of the finest and most powerful people that I have ever met.
Hmm.
I hold them in enormous esteem, and I
Hmm.
trust that they hold me in similar esteem. To know that you will be friends with them leads me to think that you will be great friends with me as well.
Hmm.
Any friend of the monks of the Two Winds is a friend and honored guest of mine.
Uh,
So
would, uh,
no punching them in the face. Oh no.
oh no, no, of these monks. I mean, he is from, he spent some time at the monastery of Untwisting Iron, which is located, I forget where, but would he know about this
Oh, he
place?
certainly would have heard the two gods, and you have three weeping ravens with you, who has been there, has been to that monastery. Now he's not of that order. Three weeping ravens isn't, but he has been to so that was last time we talked about the two monk brothers who formed that monastery and their different, the power of the east wind versus the power of the west wind and how they looked at, their various outlooks on life. They were very different, almost opposite. The one brother, Longinus, was along the lines of, one achieves wisdom by being unbreakable in the face of adversity, to let nothing affect you negatively, and thus you will pass through adversity, like the east wind through the mountain passes.
Hmm.
Whereas Pelis was more along the lines of, the struggle against adversity goes on forever, and
Hmm.
to beat adversity, you must be as powerful as the west wind, so that you may destroy your enemies like the west wind
Hmm.
crumbles the mountains to pebbles, and that once you ascertain that there is adversity ahead of you, the idea is, like the west wind, you would rush forward to crush that adversity before it has a chance
Hmm.
to damage you and to slow you. So it's like two different ways of looking at how to deal with adversity in in the world.
I see.
But they are commingled by these two brothers, Longinus and Pelis, at the monastery of the Two Winds. That is their philosophy.
Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. So the West Wind guy, he knows how to fight.
Yes, in fact, so I mean, to distill it down, the West Wing guy, Pelis, basically is like, adversity is ever present, and you must always fight it. Otherwise, the world will never be free of it.
Hmm.
In order to attain wisdom and serenity, you must destroy anything that encroaches that.
Hmm. I
Whereas his
see.
brother Longinus is basically like, no, you don't. To beat adversity, you have to not let it affect you. You have to be calm and steadfast no matter what challenges you face, and face them with equanimity.
Hmm.
Um, and that is how you succeed against adversity.
This might be a skill I learned when I'm in my 20s.
Yeah, definitely too much for a teenager.
The calm way, as opposed to the punching people in the face way.
Yes.
I mean, based on your teachings at Twisted Iron, you know, reasonably speaking, your philosophy of your monastery and the philosophy of Pelis seem to be somewhat aligned.
I see.
And it does seem that uh, Onamdaman, I'm going to fuck this name up 1,000 times.
I changed it.
The Kanali here, I considered it. The
Hello,
Kanali
my name
here.
is Bob.
Yeah, Bob.
My name's Bob. Hi, I'm Jeff. Um, but yeah, I mean, he seems to hold Pelis of those two monks. He says he's very familiar with them, and he holds Pelis in a great deal of esteem. Basically says, if Pelis likes you, I like you.
Hmm.
If Pelis says you're his friend, and then you're my friend too.
Hmm.
And the the distillation of that is, if you guys want him to eventually send support, military material, perhaps even soldiers
Mhm.
from Mkiwa to Sequin, he'll do it. If Pila says you guys, if Pila stamps your hand, he'll He'll do it. He's already been considering it because he had heard, well, this was a bit concerning to you guys, but he had already heard that this Lord Vortbert, this great commander, Lord Vortbert, was sending these guerrilla forces against the Sargavans and having great success, which is very much not what you guys saw. You guys
No.
saw a lot of talk of success, but not very many people coming back from these raids.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like going off into the sunset to fight the Sargavans and then never returning.
Right.
And you guys even remember from Sequin, they were constantly recruiting. Join us to fight the Sargavans. There were guys training. They looked poorly equipped. They were. I mean, you guys have a fair amount of martial training and experience. These guys did not look like they could go up against Sargavan forces and be victorious. And every indication seems to indicate that that's exactly what's happening. They are going up against Sargavan forces and not being victorious.
Yeah. Well, using Whisper, I'm gonna tell Titus it'd probably be better to get them to send help to the elves
Yeah.
because they're having success.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
The elves and the dwarves. Because the dwarves need help, especially archers, to stop 5 corps from coming up the mountain pass. And the elves are actually having success. Vortbert's just making a show of it
Yeah.
and sacrificing people to do it.
Okay. Well said.
So at the end of that, he basically says, "You guys are my guests here tonight. Please feel free to avail yourself in my name of all that Mkiwa has to offer. I will arrange for you to stay in the best of accommodations that we may provide for you
What
before you head to Eresh.
What time of day is it?
did what Chuck
Eh,
say?
Late morning.
Did my
We
lips
should-
move as he said that? Like, did the prince?
No,
Was
that
that
was
conveyed?
that was for you. You're gonna have to figure out when to diplomatically make the point. I don't have diplomacy. I have no skill in it at all. So I'm
Oh.
telling you
To tell him that.
so that I don't have to say it because I'm going to screw up a roll. But at this point, given that it's early morning, we don't need to spend the night. We need to go now.
Yeah.
If it'd be half a day to get there, we could get there before dark.
Okay. So you're saying don't take the prince or king, whatever, for a little stroll strategy.
Now I'm talking about later. We have
Okay.
to see if Pelis likes us first.
Okay, got it.
But in
Okay.
the future, suggest that he send help to either the dwarves, the elves, not to Vortberg.
Okay.
Tell
Well, I already
him,
kind of mentioned the elves could really use the
tell
or
him
the dwarf.
tell him Vortberg's got it handled because he's playing a PR game. He's not doing shit.
Give
Got it.
me whoever's Titus, especially probably Wraith too. Give me a sense motive check.
Okay.
And anybody else who feels like they've got a good sense motive, hop on in.
Good is relative.
Uh, uh,
26.
he's a thief.
Wraith, the vibe you get off of how Onamdaman basically, oh, and Poe too, you get the same vibe. Basically, the way he speaks about Sequin and Lord Vertbert sounds like he received this information recently, either from a traveler or a messenger or something like that. You did not get the impression that he personally knows Vortbert. It was
Right.
more like our
This is what
fellow
he's heard.
traveler who's fighting our, he's basically like, we're all fighting this great battle against the Sargavans, right?
And he's been given some fake news.
Well, or
Yeah. Most definitely.
certainly perhaps unduly positive news.
Right.
Yeah,
Didn't
I
you
mean,
see a cup of the onion folded up on his coffee table?
right. He's taking it literally. No, I mean, you did not get the vibe that he knows Vorpert. He's like, but the news that he's gotten or the information that he's received basically says, look, this Vorpert is helping to lead the battle in the north against the Sargavans.
Yeah, which we know is false. So
Yeah.
just let him be happy and we'll go do our thing. And then if you get to talk to him later with the support of the monk, then you can
Got it.
tell him where it's better to send stuff.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense.
And Poe, with your connection, with your sense motive, you do get the impression from him as well that he's definitely trying to capitalize on the idea. So, on the idea that this is his war too, right? He's what's rated as a wealthy and powerful man in this region, right? So he wants to be magnanimous. He wants to be involved. And you suspect, based on what Rahi has told you, that this is due, in fact, that he wants to make a name for himself in a similar fashion that his father did. He's trying to say, my father died in this war, and I'm going to be a key player in our ultimate victory. And if I do that, I can do that by sending supplies to Vortberg. I can help the elves of the plains. I can help the Bandu. In any way that he reckons that he can, he's going to want to do
Right.
that. He's very, very pro. He's very go team when it comes to this kind of thing.
What's his relationship with the Bandu, the
Well,
hill
they just
people?
across the plains to him. He really
Yeah, I'm asking.
he's never visited Brest. They had heard he has visited Gate Pass, but he's never visited Brest. In many ways, the dwarf he would even sort of admit he's like the cold, thin air of the mountains does not agree with me. I never had the opportunity as a child to go with my father to any of these places. Like I did with Gate Pass, so I've never visited the Dwarvish Council in the Bandu Hills, but I have heard that they are stout warriors, and we have heard to a certain extent from what you've told. From what you told, I mean, he hasn't, but basically he's like, look, uh, we've heard some things about the things that are going on there. The king has been deposed. They have gone from being nominal allies with the Sargavans to bitter enemies, and then that has something to do with this the deposition of the king. But details he doesn't have.
How about with the I don't know what to call them, the barbarians from the north? What is his relationship with them? The ones that are trying to get to the Sargavans to fight with him?
Oh, like the halflings and stuff like that.
Yeah, the ones up north, the ones that are
He it, be, it
savages.
as you speak to him about this, it becomes increasingly clear that once you start asking about goings on much north of where he is now, his experience becomes increasingly shaky, right? So he'll tell you flat out, he's like, I know nothing of these guys. Is there a new enemy that's joining them, or what have you, that kind of thing? He's very interested in that. But yeah, his you get the impression that he's heard of a lot of places and that occasionally he gets news about these places. But other than being very anti-Sargavan and pro everybody else, you get the impression he doesn't have a ton of experience in any of this, either in diplomatic corps or visiting these places. He was very proud of the fact that he had visited Gate Pass, and he felt it was very much a sort of he almost proposed it as almost like a vote of confidence from you guys, like that he wanted you guys to be approving of him, that another nail and another more cement in your friendship, that kind of thing.
Hmm.
But yeah, he doesn't seem like he has a lot of actual knowledge of anything much to the north of the
It's
Elite
kind of a
Pass.
name dropper,
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, he's heard these names because of his father. He's
right?
been a couple of places, but like not recently and not during the war. He certainly didn't accompany his father out to the battle where his father was killed. And so now he finds himself in the position where he has to lead this village, lead these people. They look to him as being, the new Kanali. And because of that, you get the impression he's got a lot to do. He's got a long way to go before he can fill the shoes of the guy who just recently died. And by recently, it's like a month and a half ago kind of thing. But died with the Osibu in battle against the Sargavans, which, if anything, made his made his reputation even greater. He was a great leader. He brought glory to Mkiwa and died gloriously in battle fighting the hated Sargavans.
Hmm. Let's see.
So I think we need to finish up the diplomatic stuff and take off to get to the uh Two Winds place.
I'm eager to get to the Two Winds place and see what's going on with these brothers and this artifact.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. All right, so at that point, you take your leave from shit, Ona. I'm just gonna call him Ona.
Ona
And
and Ono.
It's like brothers, yes. And you guys are back out in Mkiwa, and based on the conversations, I mean, Rahi is basically like, I understand you're in a hurry. You're not going to stay with us. Can I arrange for you some supplies? He's like, I will make sure you have maps to that will lead you to Eresh, and get you there quickly, so you don't have to worry about that. The paths are quite. I mean, they're not overgrown or anything. There's a path that you could take. He goes, however, some Sargavans have been seen in those jungles, so I would caution you to be careful.
Okay.
Arendar will interject. I would caution them to be careful.
We'll kill them carefully.
Wraith's diplomacy checks come with a broadhead point on them.
Mhm.
All right, so he gets you some supplies, packets, satchels of food, skins of clear water. That has a surprisingly sweet taste to them. They put a little juice in them for you. It's revivifying. He's like, and he comes over to it and he's like, "This is the best I can do." And he has a small satchel that has two wooden bottles in them, small wooden bottles. He says those are healing drafts. Those will help you if you are injured or wounded on the way to Eresh. Keep them safe. It's the best I can do. I apologize for the paucity of supplies that I could give you, but as you can imagine, we're sending a great many things out into the field.
Well, it's much more than was expected, so thank you.
Thank you.
He shows you the maps and basically says it's going to go that way. And then, so he does say that there is some mountainous terrain as you go towards the south, towards Eresh, in between here and Eresh. So, but the paths are pretty clear. The only thing he basically says is a word of caution. He says we have some of our patrols have spotted, although they have never fought with what they think were Sargavan commando patrols out there. Infiltrators, things like that. Now, I can't tell you for sure that's who they are. There's a lot of. He'll also say, look, here in the jungle, not everyone lives in villages, right? He goes, there are wild Akuje out there. There are people, barbarians who live out in the jungles by themselves. There are creatures that walk on two legs and exhibit the characteristics of a man but are not. These are all things, it is always wise to be careful when traveling through the jungle.
Hmm. Very well.
All right. That being the case, he's like, Eresh is that way, and points you on the way. Is there anything you guys want to do in Mkiwa before you leave? They do have supplies if you want to stock up on something or anything like that. There's a lot of archers here. If you need arrows, Wraith, or any other supplies, is there anything
I'll
you need?
I'll make sure that I'm stocked up.
Okay.
I guess I'm just gonna. So we're on a half day. I think I will cast message because periodically I'm going to take flight and use the far glass to see what I can see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Relay that.
And I'll go out in front and scout. But I
Gotcha. Okay.
not as far as he can see when he's up in the air, but just to cover everything.
Gotcha. Okay. As you guys move out into the field, you follow these paths, and for the first couple of miles, um, you're not too worried because you're basically passing. There are people on the paths. There are, in a couple of instances, you guys have to get out of the way of wagons, things like that. But after a couple of miles, the paths diverge. Some of the more popular, the bigger roads, you check the map and you're like, okay, we got to go this way. You don't see any men or material seemingly coming, up the way from Eresh. The path itself kind of narrows down quite a bit, and you don't get the impression that there's a ton of traffic through here.
Mm.
It gets as quiet as the jungle ever gets. I mean, you hear the cries of monkeys and animals in the distance. The insects are quite populous. And further, as you kind of move towards the river, it's relatively early spring, but you guys have spent the last close to 2 months in the mountains where it is very frosty indeed. Down here in the jungle, even though it's early spring, it's quite a bit warmer. And you find as you guys are walking, your bodies are still. I mean, you were only in Bandu 4, 5, 6 days ago, maybe at the most. You were up in the mountains and now you're down in the jungle and the sweat begins to drip. Those of you who are wearing metal armor, it feels a little uncomfortable underneath. You start to wish that you had maybe a speed stick with you that you didn't have when you were in Brest, forgot to get that. That kind of thing. So it's hot. And what's more, it's humid. It's very sticky. This is a jungle river valley. And so it's gross.
Hot and humid. This is my kind of stuff.
This is this is Wraith is like, now we're here. All right, you guys are moving along the path. You're making a good speed. You figured you've probably got 6, 7 miles under your belt. You figure, yeah, well, you're easily gonna make it to Eresh before nightfall, at this pace. You guys are wandering along the path. And when Wraith, you're ranging ahead. So Andrew, Titus is occasionally flying up above the tree line to sort of see what you can see.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yes.
right. So after a couple of miles, you can see. So there's a couple of things that you do see. One, mostly what you see is the tops of trees, right? So you're in a
Mhm.
jungle. So it's difficult to see much at the ground level. You do see a couple of things. One, you can see off in the distance what is obviously a gap in the trees, a pretty substantive gap, which you suspect is the actual river where the river kind of goes through the jungle. And that's off to the southeast. It makes sense from the charts and maps that you have. That makes sense. You can see this gap in the trees. Beyond it, more trees. And not much, you can't really see much on the ground, but you definitely can see a gap where you think the river is. And by the size of the gap, it looks like it's a pretty substantive river. Pretty far across. Second, if you look more to like the east northeast, you can't see any tower or anything like that. You think it's too far away. But off in the distance, what you do see is, how sometimes when you look in the summertime, you look at the street and there's like those radiating waves of heat coming off of it.
Mm-hmm.
You can see in the distance, like the jungle in the far, far distance looks obscured by these radiating waves potentially of heat. And your suspicion is that might be the location of Castle Corstal. Because you remember the thing was that Castle Corstal was surrounded by fire, and protected by fire. There is definitely something out there that is generating a significant amount of heat, enough to roil the atmosphere, at least from your vantage.
Okay. And of course, I pass that information along to the party.
Gotcha.
So how far away are we? Because this should be able to see over 10 miles.
From there, yeah, I mean, from where you are, I mean, you think it might be the tower might be too low, but you could see the heat. Other than that, there's not much around. You can, if you look to the west, you do see the jungle ending and the plains, and you can see off in the distance smoke, clouds, you're not sure, way off in the distance. You can also see behind you the other river that runs through the plains. You can see that quite easily from that distance, which is probably another 15 miles away or so.
Okay. Of course, I convey all this topographical information to everyone.
And way off in the distance to the north, you see the Bandu Hills, and you see those mountain peaks going up in the frosted tips in the great distance of these mountains.
Okay.
Wraith, as you sort of range ahead, I'm assuming you're stealthing, kind of moving through
Yeah.
things and stuff like that. You're moving along this path, and it's not like a paved road. Okay,
Right.
it's like a rocky path, and it kind of turns and time. I mean, it's a jungle path, right? So you know how these things are. They kind of follow. It's like, oh, there's a snake. Let's just follow him and make a road that follows him. So it cuts back and cuts through these little jagged readouts and stuff like that. It goes all over the place. Um, it reminds you of sort of the back alleys and buildings of Gate Pass and your youth that you're sort of like moving through the back alleys and streets of Gate Pass after committing a crime or getting in a fight with somebody, that kind of thing. It reminds you a little bit of that because of the way the jungle is thing. All at once, you stop and you look down, and about 10 feet in front of you, lying in the path, is very obviously a large mechanical animal trap.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see if this works.
I didn't even know they had mechanical animals around here.
All right, so you guys are down here.
They can apparently trap them.
All right,
Hmm.
so Wraith, you're up ahead. So I'm going to just move you up there to where you need to be. And so you're about, I want to say about here. Okay. The rest of you, I'm assuming, how far behind Wraith do you imagine you guys are? I see that Arendar's already moved
Yeah,
himself up
I
there.
wouldn't have let him get that far ahead, but probably about right there.
Okay. What about the rest of you? Where are you guys at?
I'll stay with Aaron there.
Yeah, I'll hide in the pocket there.
Okay. Three
And
wins
Vondrum.
is by Ono as well. All right, and Vondram ranging a little bit ahead, just checking things out. All right, Wraith, as you sort of come to a stop there, you can see what looks to be a large mechanical spring-driven trap. It's big. Yeah, I mean, you could fit a bear in that thing,
So
but
do I
it just seems to be like laying out in the middle of the road.
do I recognize this as a Mwangi trap? Something they would have set? Or does it seem
That's a that's a
foreign?
great question. Give me a perception check.
What's it baited with, Les?
Nothing. It's just sitting there. It does not look like a Mwangi trap. It is made of iron. And what you've seen of the Mwangi is that they don't really use technology like this. You would more likely, if it was a Mwangi kind of trap, it would be more like a snare or something like that,
Right.
with traditional materials. This is a metal trap.
Well, I'm gonna go and try to disarm the trap.
Okay.
24.
Okay. It is just a purely mechanical trap and a 24. Oh, it's not magical, so it's just so it's 23.
23.
But yeah,
But
so
I want to disable it without snapping it so it doesn't make any noise.
kind of unhook the spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you can. I mean it's not a complicated trap, but it's definitely odd that it's out
So
here in the
it's
middle of the
not
path.
hidden, it's huge, and it's not baited.
Correct.
Let's cast detect magic.
Okay. On the trap,
Yeah.
you gonna can you go up there and do that? I think how range on detect magic is like 30 feet.
It's a cone, I think. You can don't really detect cast it on something. It's just a cone
Like a
that
60-foot cone.
60-foot cone. All right, so let me
I thought
check
it was.
where you are. You're
Yeah, it
right.
is. I
So
just
Titus, yeah,
checked.
I don't think you're 60 feet from there. You may have to get a little closer, but hold. Let's make
Okay.
sure.
But we're not in
Oh, look at that. 53.5 feet. 54 feet. All right, cool. All right. So yes. So you are just barely within range. You cast out there. Wraith, you have successfully undone it. You do not detect any magic from that.
From
So
him disarming it or from the trap?
From the trap.
so
Okay.
if it's closed now
Hmm.
and it is no longer an active trap, I'll keep going.
All right. Wraith, give me a perception check.
25.
25. All right, hold on. Let me try something here. Okay, one second, one second. Okay, that's pretty good. Huh. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me roll something. Nice. Okay. Yeah, other than that with your perception, as you're walking forward, the jungle has gotten quieter. I mean, you don't hear more of it used to be that there were animal sounds everywhere as you guys were walking through there, but now the animal sounds that you do hear seem quite a bit farther away. And weirdly, the insects seem to have quieted down as well around here.
Hmm.
I'm gonna use whisper and let everybody know that there's a predator around here somewhere. And
May-
I'm gonna be the bait. And then I'll move forward.
I think
Okay,
that's my job.
to be the bait.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna start looking around since he said there's a predator in the area.
Okay, one second.
I think at this point I am going to cast invisibility.
Okay, you're gonna cast invisibility.
Wow. All
Well,
right,
yeah,
cool.
sounds like we're going into some kind of stealthy or
I'm gonna ask Ono if he wants to be enlarged or if he'd rather wait.
I will wait. I actually like to stay normal size. Otherwise, I feel kind of clumsy.
Okay.
All right. One second. Titus.
But thank you.
Sure.
All right.
Our guide is
Titus, you're there.
our guide should be keeping up with us.
Yeah, I've been doing something else. So Titus, can you see the purple thing?
yeah.
Everybody can see the purple thing. Okay, great. That's you invisible. Hold on. It should not be obvious to everyone. But I
Just
guess
me.
I'm just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. All right, so that's invisible you. I'm gonna put regular Titus away for a second. There you go. All right. And it didn't work. That's great.
You put the invisible purple circle to bed.
I know. I know. It's been a huge pain in the neck. This should work. There we go. Okay.
Yay.
Hooray. And then Three Whooping Ravens comes up. He's gonna hang by Ono as a fellow monk. He wants to help out with that. Uh um Wraith, quick perception check again. And Arendar, you rolled a 27 and
32.
Wraith
Far
32.
far as
Oh,
you know,
okay. Was that an old perception check?
it's one that I rolled just as I walked up, and he said there was a predator out here.
Okay. All right. So first things first. So Wraith, um, you so you can see like over here, there's like a little like cliff area.
Yeah.
We're up on the top of this ridge. It's like a little ridge, and you kind of walk through a little ridge area. So this is up here is pretty much is about probably 30, in some cases 40 feet higher than where you are on the path.
In the road.
You don't see anything. Actually, you probably do. All right. So Wraith, you think that right about there, something moved up on the top of that up on the top of that hill.
Mm.
And you
Mm.
think maybe you see the outline of a person up there. You're at a weird position to see it. Arendar, you think that maybe you saw something moving up there, but it's not moving now.
Okay.
Mm.
I'll use whisper and say there's something up on the ridge so that if Titus decides to fly,
Yeah, I'm going to sprout my wings of heaven
Okay.
and take a look up to not at, but around the area that to which Wraith is pointing.
Okay.
I'm gonna move to here, like towards the cliff thing, and try to find a place to hide.
Okay.
Because if I get closer, then the vision for higher is not going to be as good. So I'll move there and roll 37 stealth.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I am still I pulling the making use of the far glass if that's possible.
All right. So you're flying. So you are going up in the air.
No, I'm staying towards the top of the canopy underneath basically whatever clearing there is under the branches.
Oh, you're peering in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm at the top of the bottom part of the canopy. I'm not above the treetops, but I'm
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So Titus, as you fly up, so you're probably what, 15, 20 feet above Wraith. It'd be my guess, right? Somewhere in there.
I don't know how tall the branches go that form the roof or canopy over the.
They're about I mean, there's like the top of the rocks and the top of the trees. There's probably a 15, 20 foot gap in there. But as you
Then
fly
I'm
up
probably
there,
more like 30. I mean, I'm above the cliff if that's possible.
okay.
More
How
more
far
towards
above the
the
cliff edge?
more towards the bottom part of the treetops.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna move you to where I think you are about like right there.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Sure.
As you fly up there, and you're invisible, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so as you fly up there, it becomes increasingly clear that there definitely is a person hiding back there in the trees.
And
They've got a bow and arrow, and they are looking directly downward into this valley, into this area. Looks like they're looking at Ono and Arendar, and they've got an arrow knocked, and they're looking.
I definitely pass that along as quickly and quietly as I can.
This is what they look like, that person.
Okay.
And it definitely gives you Sargov. This is definitely a Sargovan soldier or some sort of Sargovan.
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um,
Bondrum, give me a quick perception check. Bondrum, you think that you've heard something behind you in the woods over there, like a snuffle or a growl?
All right, I'll let everybody know. So back in here,
Yeah.
yeah, we're flanked a lot on the right here.
Maybe we should put that trap back together.
Well, this seems like an ambush.
yeah.
It does. Would you
So
guys
time
like
to-
a little obscuring mist and we can get out of here, or is that really
Time
calling
to trip the ambush.
fun? Hello?
What?
Did she ask if you guys wanted to do obscuring mist?
Yeah, I think that would be good.
All right, that's
I'm
what
wearing it right now.
Gandhi's gonna do.
By Fabergé.
All right. You're casting obscuring mist?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me see if I got something.
I'm gonna head over and give Cat's Grace to Wraith too, so he can improve his dexterity and his shot.
Oh, good Lord.
So I'm going to have Lorelei fly into that wooded area and see if she can find whatever beast is in there.
All right. Give me a perception check. All right. How big is a mist?
Let me find out. Sorry, I didn't look it up. I'll find out. Get back.
Okay.
27. 27 perceptionless.
27 perception. Yeah, she sees stuff down there. There's a warg, a big wolf, and a little dude with some sort of wooden scepter or something. And then next to them looks to her to be a human guy with a sword. He's in armor. And
20
they're
foot.
just sort of like hunkered down in the bushes. And the little dude riding on the wolf is desperately trying to keep from laughing. He's like holding himself, and the other guy's like, "Psst, psst."
Hmm.
He looks like he's laughing.
Do they look Sargavan too, or like
Well, no, the little guy, according the one guy, the guy with the sword looks Sargavan. The other guy is she thinks is a goblin.
Hmm.
I'll whisper all that to
It's our goblin.
Titus so he can pass it on to people?
Yep. Passed.
20 foot radius, 20 foot tall.
Okay. Oh, 1 second. Why is it? I should have this. Not getting my stuff. I
Are you guys
have
ready
that. I
to
don't know why.
get into a fight? I'm gonna do that through the whisper.
What's
All
that?
right.
I don't
Are
know.
you guys ready to get into a fight?
Oh, is
Not
it
as ready as you
Sargavans?
are, but sure.
That's what we
Okay.
came for, right?
All right.
Then
So
air,
20-foot circle, 20 foot high. Where do you want to put it?
So I want to put it to the edge of Wraith so he can get in and step in and out of it. Make
Okay.
it slow. I want to be on the edge. I think I'm gonna put it there and everybody can move to the outside edge. I'll let Ono know it's coming in.
All right. Obscuring mist. Can you guys see in it? I don't think that even you
Yes.
guys can see in it.
Yes.
A
You
misty.
have to get to the outside edge.
The vapor obscures all sight, including dark vision, beyond 5 feet. A creature 5 feet away has concealment. Creatures farther away have total concealment. A moderate wind will disperse it. A fireball will burn away the fog. A wall of fire burns the fog in the area, which deals damage. Okay. Yeah. So you guys cannot, if you guys are in it, you cannot see more than 5 feet. If you guys are on the edge of it, you guys can see outward, but not inward.
Okay.
All
okay.
right. Cool. All right. At which point
When I was
you
gonna say when
hear.
Martin does that,
Mhm.
Erendar's gonna call out, "You guys suck at an ambush. Would you guys come out already so we can kill you?"
At which point you hear a vaguely goblin-esque voice like yes, and initiative is rolled. So let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Sucking at ambushes? I say not.
Okay, where am I here? Initiative. It's
All right, 1 second here.
I always forget where it is. There it is. Initiative. Uh, that's terrible. What a terrible. Oh, oof.
Oh wow, this guy. All right, hold on. All right. So
And
first things
actually, if Vondram put Cat's Grace on me, that would be too higher.
okay. So Jesus, that's not good. That's not good for anybody.
I always
Uh,
wanted to play a Quickling.
so you're at 33.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me do. Gotta get this. his knit is okay. Okay. I got a couple of guys here, so it'll take me a hot second. Okay.
Yes, bring out the corpses.
Okay. Ooh, nice. Okay. And then 1 second.
And then.
No, and then.
I got a couple and then sorry about that.
No, and then.
All right, I think that is. Does everybody have theirs in? Poe, I got
Yep.
Titus, Wraith, Poe, Arendar. I got everybody. Okay, cool. All right, let's do this. Stop doing that. All right. Wow, a 33 managed to get you in first position. How do you like that?
Can I see this guy up on the top of the cliff?
Not from where you're standing. He's set a little back, but the thing is, he can't see you either. All he sees right now, in many ways, is a giant pile of mist, which is now higher than the cliff.
Now, what's the makeup of this cliff? Could I climb?
It's climbable.
Okay. And you said it's how far up?
About 18, 20 feet to where that guy is.
Okay, so I could move
Or to the top of the cliff, I should say.
20 feet to the top of the cliff. All right.
If you do a successful climb check, how fast? I think it's half speed for
It's half
climbing.
speed.
Yeah. So
Oh.
what's your speed?
30?
30. So you can get 50, you can get three-quarters of the way up there in one round.
Okay. So I'll get
If you beat a climb check.
yeah, and I'm about to do that. I just had to look up what the information was.
Okay.
Natural
Ooh,
20.
nice. You are scrambling up that. In fact, with a natural 20, I think you can get to the top of the thing. I think you go a little faster.
Well, I don't want to get to the top of the thing because I can't attack.
Okay. You gonna hang back then?
Well, wait a minute. You said he had a bow and arrow?
He does.
I'm gonna get in his face.
All right. So you're gonna leap over there, get in his face, and start like making way. So he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. He did not expect to see you coming over that cliff. He's supposed to be secret.
Hello, secret boy.
All right. So he gets in there. He's staggering backwards into the sort of like jungle area, making, kind of weird yelping noises. That it for you?
Yep.
Bondrum, you are on the edge of the mist you just cast. You know that there's creatures behind you, and you can hear them rumbling outward.
Uh, can I know where they're at? Like, do I
Sorry,
have a,
say that again?
do I know where they're at? I know the direction, but can I see anything moving? Do I have a good idea?
There's definitely things moving there, and you can hear the sound of a warg kind of like coming forward. They're only about 25 feet away, and they're moving through it. You could also hear the sound of armor clanking to a certain extent. It's not full plate, but somebody's wearing some metal armor back there.
Hmm.
And you can also hear what sounds suspiciously like a goblin laughing.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill him first.
That's just irritating. I am going to load my, as a free action, I'm just going to load my staff with a ray spell
Okay.
and just kind of take a squat in the distance, squat behind a bush, kind of seeing where they're coming. So, and wait until they get a little bit closer and I can see them clearly. Can I do that and delay the rest of my action? Can I?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Vondrum's delaying. It is now the archer's turn. All right. The archer that Wraith you are confronting throws down his bow as a free action, pulls a long poignard out of his thing as a move action, and tries to stab you once with it. So let me see if that's going to even be possible. He's not a great stabber. Well, he's not a bad stabber either, though. He's going to try and stab you, but this may not work. So, 20 hit you? No, I don't think so, will it?
Yeah.
Wraith's AC is 21, I believe. Wait, where is he? All I see is Chuck's balls
Miles away, Chuck.
on a big
Yeah,
wooden rack.
yeah, it
And they're
says
big,
21,
big
so
balls.
I think you missed. Yeah, big balls.
Those look like they weigh 11, 12 pounds apiece. And they're different colors.
He's got a blue ball, I think.
He's got one, yeah. And an orange one, too. Hey, he's back. All right, 20 does 20 hit you? Or is your AC 21 as like it says in your
It's 21. It does
All
not
right,
hit
so that's
me.
a miss. He comes close to try so he drops his as a free action he drops his bow and arrow. As a move action, he pulls out a long poignard that he had, scabbard, and he goes for your thigh. He's trying to stab you in the thigh. He wants to get that femoral artery, take you out of the fight as quickly as possible. But you manage to turn your leg at the last second, and it goes nowhere.
All right.
Titus, invisible Titus.
Invisible Titus would like to cast web on those three entities clustered in the trees.
Are these guys down here?
Uh, let's see. Uh, I'm trying to indicate. Let's see. There.
Hold on. I'm trying to see if web spell on enemies will invalidate your invisibility.
It will, I'm sure.
Yes. It's an
Uh,
attack spell.
Indeed, it will. All right. So your invisibility will turn off, but that's what you want. You want to get those guys
But
down
I'm in
there.
the cloud of whatever.
You're above it. Well, no, you're not that. Yeah, I mean, you might be at the. You're sort of. So it's a column, right? So you're like at the top of it, sort of floating around up there. So yeah, you could probably take advantage of that obscuring mist. The problem is you can't see very well through it either. Oh wait, they're on the ground. You may not be able to see those guys to cast web at them.
Well, I've got the far glass and I'm not
Well,
above the trees. I'm just at the best vantage point to see the playing field.
You
I'm
said
yeah.
like
you're
a
about
Goodyear
15,
blimp.
20 feet up.
The problem is that you're at the top of the obscuring mist column and looking down. If you go, I'll tell you what, if you go further up above, I mean, you'll be visible flying around up there. But if you get out of the away from the obscuring mist, you'll be able to see over the top of the obscuring mist, and you can see them
Okay, what if I just slide over, use that as a free movement?
like a 5 foot step, only
Yeah,
invisible flying.
right.
Yeah, I think so. I think that would avoid the edges of the obscuring mist. I think you can see them,
Okay.
and
I
you're
mean,
gonna
I
pop.
know they're there because Vondi called it in. And
She
now that
did
I can see
indeed.
them,
Bonnie said that heard noises behind me.
Yeah, but
oh,
she called in an airstrike.
right.
All right. So web
Hey,
is 20 by 20.
what's that?
Web is 20 by 20, correct? 20 foot
Damn it.
20 foot square, I believe, or 20-foot circle, I mean.
Yes, 20 foot.
Oh wow, that's
And
why
100
is that
feet.
20-foot radius so much bigger than the other 20-foot radius? What is
Hmm.
going on here? I'm making it smaller. There's your 20-foot radius right there. All
Hmm.
right, so I'm assuming that's where you want to plant it, or do you want to? Is there somewhere? Do you want to move it around? Oh wait, you can't even see it.
Uh,
Hold on,
Yeah, I can't
where
see
is
it.
it?
right
Oh,
there.
The
yeah,
invisible
that's
20-foot
good.
radius. Yeah.
As long as I catch, maybe a little back just in case there are people I don't see. So
Okay.
maybe something like that.
All right. Boosh. You plop that web spell onto them. All right. First things first, let's get rid of this guy and bring back Visible Titus, my favorite guy.
Hey,
He's back.
what am I doing all the way down there?
Oh, you
He's-
were hidden.
He's back in the wrong spot.
He's back in the wrong spot. There you go. All right, so there's Visible Titus. Let me just put Visible Titus on the thing so we don't lose you at 2103. Honestly, between the two, I think Visible Titus is probably my favorite.
Invisible,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Visible
Oh,
as a DM. I
Because
mean,
then he can pretty talk.
did I get rid of you? I did. Let's try this now. Let's bring him back. Did that work? It did. All right. So Visible Titus is up there. He has webbed those guys. Web spell means I have to make some saving throws,
indeed.
Saving throws.
which I hate
Reflexively.
to do. All right. So it's a reflex save. What's the DC on that bad boy?
DC is 19.
Ooh, that's a high one. Ooh, and that's a natural one for my one guy. What does a war get for a?
Stuck in the web is what he gets.
He's probably
That
going to
was
get
his.
stuck in the web. So that is the goblins. So he's now screaming in anger. His laughter has turned to anger. 15 to hit. So Wargy McWorkster is stuck as well. Let's try this guy. And he's pretty good too. Ooh, Natty Twinzo. So he is okay, but he is not stuck. But he can only move, I believe, 5 feet.
No, just it's half speed
Half speed.
15.
Okay.
until he gets out.
All right.
He
Perfect.
can move 15.
He can move 15. All right. So he is, I'm going to mark him with a greenie to show that he is unencumbered. The other two are stuck. And so that little goblin riding atop the warg, he's covered in webs and very unhappy about it. Anything else from you?
Web does provide cover,
Okay.
so he cannot see us.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. All right. Oh no. Oh wait, I forgot to put 3 Weeping Ravens on here. Okay, so hold on, I'm gonna put him in here as well. Let me roll. Sorry, let me roll his 1307.
Yeah, not his turn yet.
It's not his turn yet, but it will be at some moment. And I've made myself a personal vow, mostly because of Chuck, that in this game, in these future sessions, 3 Weeping Ravens, for as long as he is a part of this party, he is going to, as best that I can, hold up his end of the bargain from an NPC standpoint.
Oh, he's going to be a non-useless NPC?
He's going to be a non-useless NPC. I'm going
We'll
to do my
see.
best. I can't, as a long-term GM with who has run hundreds of useless NPCs, I cannot make a guarantee here. That I will remember every time, but I will do my best.
I'm calling thousands.
Thousands of useless NPCs. All right. Oh no, you're up. You are inside the thing. All right. First thing that I need you to do is roll a reflex save.
Okay. Reflex save. As soon as I can find it. All right, I roll 30.
He's
30.
He's very reflexive.
You hear a mechanical clank and a snap as right by your feet you manage to pull back at the very last minute. Another one of those big traps goes off. And this one is off to the side of the path and cunningly hidden.
I'll be darned. I'll be darned.
But you missed it.
I see. This is a very weird setup here. That we have what I count 2 archers, a goblin, and a big wolf or a warg.
Yeah.
Why would they do?
It appears they tried to put one trap as bait out on the path to get us to move off the path and then walk and get stuck by the cunningly hidden one.
Okay, but why would they send just 2 guys and a warg and a goblin? That's a weird.
That is a great question. Why would they do something like that?
I mean, this is just strange.
I'm sure goblins are stupid. They don't make sense.
Or there are more of them.
Yeah.
Either way.
Or they're listening to the goblin.
Okay. And the warg and the to the I'm pointing at the screen where you can't see me. To
Pointing
the
this,
south,
that's good.
right there, right there. To the south, the
Right
warg
there.
and the
Right there on
archer.
my screen.
They're in a web spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the blue, they're in a web spell. And then you are, but you can't see them because you are in literally the middle of a giant column of obscuring mist. You can't see
I
five
see.
feet in any direction. You can hear
Hmm.
stuff going on, but you
Okay.
can't see anything.
So I can't see anything.
Uh-uh.
Okay. Okay. This makes it hard to jump to the right place. Could I hear Titus or Wraith?
I called out to you to tell you you're right in the middle, so you heard me,
Okay.
and I know where you're at when I cast it, so I will tell you to move east 15 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna Les, I'm gonna do spend a key point and wind jump to here, 15 feet.
Okay.
Now, can I see?
Yeah, as you emerge, you go to your right 15 feet, you emerge out of the edge of the column of things. What you're basically you're standing almost right next to a a sort of rock wall. At the top of that rock wall, and just barely inside, you can see Wraith. You can't see who he's fighting with, but he's definitely fighting with someone. If you look up about 30 feet in the air, 25 to 30 feet in the air, you see Titus sort of flying around a little bit.
Okay.
And to
So
your south, you can see Lorelei sort of flying around a little bit, but that's
I
all.
see.
That's all you
And
see.
to answer your previous question, no, you can never hear Wraith.
I got you. Got you. Got you. Who said that? Very well. Well, it looks like it's business as usual. Ono is not going to jump into the web spell. Um, he's going to let those guys stay webbed. Ono will go. I've moved to three. Here's 4, 5, 6, 7,
Wait, are
8.
you climbing? That's high. You have to do a climb check if you can do that.
Well, can I wind jump?
Absolutely.
That's what I'll do. I mean,
All right,
that's
so you're
what
going
I'm
to
gonna,
expend a key
I'm gonna
point,
do.
do a wind jump, and jump to the top of the thing.
Yes.
Excellent. I love it. All right, so Wraith, you're getting there. This guy just tried to stab you in the leg, and all of a sudden you hear, and next to you is now Ono, who's like,
I mean, I'm used to him wind jumping.
yeah, he's just like jumping around. He's just like,
Okay.
he's up. All
Now,
right, so you now are up at the top of the cliff. I think that's what's your speed is like 70, right?
my ground speed is 60. If
You
I
still
wish, I could put on a spin the point and put on speed, extra speed, but I don't do that. The key point I spend is just for the wind jump.
gotcha. All right. Well, that wind jump and your movement out of things, so your movement wasn't impeded. So that's your move action. You still have a single attack if you want to deliver it to this guy.
Yes, please. I
All right.
shall deliver a
Boot to the
flurry
head.
of blows. Now I can
You
Can
can
you
only
do
do a single
flurry of
attack. You
blows?
can't do a flurry.
No, yeah, you move, so you just get one attack.
I get just one attack.
Yeah.
Very
Oh,
well.
a
I
little
will
chin
roll
music.
the first one, and can I make
Boot.
it a stunning punch?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
There you go. I declare stunning punch non-lethal, one roll, and I roll a
Boot to the head.
All right, so 24 is a hit. So
Yes, sir.
your stunning punch connects. Now I have to make a saving throw, don't I?
Yes, sir.
Is that a fort? That's a fort save, isn't it?
Let me check that real fast.
I believe it's a fort save.
Yeah, your
Stunning.
punch was non-lethal. When I throw him off this cliff, that's going to be slightly different.
Stunning fists. Stunning fists. So he's level 9. The fourth level. I don't. Where's the? How do
A
you?
successful saving throw negates the affected, but it doesn't say what kind of saving throw. I think it's fortitude.
Got to be a fort save. Yeah, it's got to be a
Yeah.
fortitude save. All right, do we know what the DC is on that?
Uh, you know, I should have this
You
at
should.
hand. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
Bad monk.
See here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad monk. No
Mm,
no
mm.
ninja star.
It's
I
just a
mean,
I was trying to think of what a ninja analog for a donut would be. I guess it's throwing star.
um,
Sorry, my brain's not working.
monk I don't really. Why don't I mean I've thrown 1,000, 100 stunning punches, and we've done the saving throw 100 times. Why can't I don't? Why cannot? I'm sorry. Let me go find out what the thing
I'm
is.
almost there. Stunning
Okay.
Fistaroo.
Stunning punch.
Stunning Fist. All right.
And here, uh, uh,
Stunning Fist is bonus feat. Okay. You must declare. Oh, the Fortitude saving throw DC is 10 plus half your character level plus your Wisdom modifier. So
okay.
10 plus what's your character level?
9.
So 10
And
plus
my
4
Yes, sir. And
is 14. And what's your Wiz?
the whiz modifier is 5.
Ooh, so 19. That's a
19.
that's a badass Fortitude save. Here we go. And I missed the shit out of it. So he is stunned,
Okay.
falls backward. The poignard drops from nerveless fingers onto the ground with a tink tink as it hits the stone floor, and he staggers backward to stun. He doesn't fall over, but he's like staggered backwards,
Got it. Okay.
and he is stunned for
I
1 round.
gotcha. I believe that's my turn.
And I think is, but let me. So did we say yellow is the color of stunned? Yeah.
Right.
All right, so he's stunned. What is
Bonnie's ready
going?
whenever you are.
Oh, you ready? You want to go?
Whenever you are. I'm just letting you know.
Okay, go
I'm,
for it.
I'm gonna yell over my shoulder. Do if I let off on this spell here, it's gonna fry the web. Um, is anybody here back to support him? I've got a little gift for him, but it might not take him out. Is anybody else interested? You want me to leave him tied up?
I
Well,
just
I'm always interested in burning them, but that's just anger management issues.
Yeah, I didn't know the web was coming when I charged the spell, so I just was.
it was just holding him there until
Oh,
somebody wanted to do
no,
something with him.
it was a great move. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not sure whether or not to leave him in the web. You guys want these guys left in the web, or you want to toast them up a bit?
Have fun, Vondi.
Go nuts.
Vondi
And
Snickers then. So I've got 3 scorching rays,
Ooh, okay.
and they're amped up because of the charged weapon. So it's a touch, and I'd like to give each one of them a gift. Well, yeah. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, so I'll start south and then middle and then north, I guess. So south, middle, north.
All right. Let us see. So these are scorching rays. All right. So south, the 24 will hit. Middle, that's the Warg 19 will hit. For a 12 doesn't. It misses the goblin.
Okay, ready?
Do
Damage
it.
on the first one,
Okay.
damage on the second one.
Ooh, damn. That's a fair amount of damage.
That's kind of fun, this charged weapon thing.
Woof, man. That is tough. Okay. All right. He did not like that. And then the wolf. He got hit. Jeez. All right. So now the goblin is screeching even louder because his wolf is on fire, uh, and is staggering around quite a bit, as he gimps around and finally collapses. Hold on. The goblin falls in a heap nearby. I gotta do this over here. And the web starts on fire.
Uh,
So yeah, the wolf was killed by that significant amount of fire damage, 32 points, which is crazy. But so he staggers around a little bit and then collapses, throwing the goblin off of him and burning merrily. His oily fur is burning away.
Well, now he's on even ground. That makes Vondi happy.
He's also tangled up in all those webs and stuff, so that's uncool. All right, that it for you, Vondram?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Couple of things are going to happen. All right. First things first is ooh, damn. Okay. Uh, Titus, I need you. So, all right. First things first. Titus,
Hmm.
a arrow comes flying out of somewhere for a 19. Does 19 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me do this. Okay. And since this you had not engaged this person, they get precision damage, correct?
No,
Where did it come from?
unless he's
You don't know
flanked
yet.
or hasn't moved, and he has moved. It's not a
Uh,
matter of is he
Titus
flat?
hasn't moved, has he?
Yeah, he
Oh yeah,
flew up
okay.
and cast
Okay.
a spell. It's but if he's flat-footed to this guy.
He might be because he hasn't seen him yet.
Yeah.
So he might be flat-footed. Does that count as flat-footed? I
I'm
can never tell.
flying. How could I be flat-footed?
It's a good argument.
Yeah, that's nice. Usually
Uh,
for me, they have to have not acted
They
yet
have to have not
yeah.
acted in combat. Once they're in
because
combat,
once they've acted, they're aware.
if
Flat-footed. The
Even if
they're
it's
character's not yet
all
acting combat as flat-footed, unacted, react normally. Okay, okay. You guys are right. So he takes 3 points of damage. I need you to roll a perception check.
Okay, my
Uh,
perception tells me, ow, it hurts.
ow, ow. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, that's the wrong guy. I'm looking at the wrong damn guy. Hold on.
Good
Perception.
night. Night.
night
Night.
night.
All right, 28 perception. That is going to be tough to beat.
oh, yeah.
It's going to be very tough to beat.
I was thinking.
Oh, but I did. All right, yeah. You don't know where that arrow came from.
How could I not know? If it hits me, I've got a general idea.
A general area of not from the guy fighting Wraith.
So do your
Okay.
forensic investigation. It hit me here, so it had to have come from a cone.
Like norther of you.
Kaya starts getting string and throwing it into the wound and tying it to trees to get a trajectory.
You definitely should do that. All right.
She's going CSU on his ass.
All right, 1 second. Hold on. I gotta do one more thing here. Ooh, I want to roll that again. That's not fair. Why do I always roll natural ones and no one else does? I think that stinks.
I rolled a 2. That was good. That's keeping you company.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's nice and all, but
I mean, it's not a brag, really, but I'm the king of natural ones, so shut up.
that's a good point. All bucks, no chucks. All right. So this guy, having just been zapped with fire and able to finagle his way out of the web, is going to, whoops, not the fire itself. This guy, 1, 2, 3. He is going to use his movement. He's got to use both to get out of there, doesn't he? Yeah.
Well, no, if he just
Uh,
went 3, that's
Half movement.
15 feet. So if he had
oh,
30
that's good.
movement, then he's did
That's his
one
30
action to get
movement.
out there.
Yep. Which he is going to now use his second action. He's got a sword out. He's going to run to Poe. No, he's not. He's going to
Now he takes an
angle.
attack of opportunity.
No, he's too. He's not large. He's too far away. He's going to go to.
Poe's got reach.
Yeah, I have reach, even not being enlarged.
His attack of opportunity is the minute he
But if he
moved
went out that way, then
that
he's
extra
outside of
step.
range.
No, he stepped through here.
Oh, I got 10-foot range.
He's got
From
10 foot. Yeah,
from
he
here
would have
to
got it.
here. He gets an attack of
And
opportunity.
he was just trying to get out. He does get an attack of opportunity. All right, if you want to take it, you don't have to, but you can if you want. I don't know. It's probably not even worth it.
Pig sticker.
14 is going to miss. So there's that. But he's got his sword out. He notices you and begins circling around, trying to look for a charge opportunity. Three Weeping Ravens is not going to let that go. He's going to run over here, and he is going to attack himself. And it looks like it's also a stunning fist.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Let's see
So
how this works here.
Do some monk, do some monk shit, baby.
so he is going to let me hold on a second. I got to get to where he is.
I shall critically observe his technique.
All of a sudden, everything goes to dubbing and everything's slightly off kilter.
All right. 3 weeping ravens. Here we go. Ooh, look at those strikes. All right.
Oh.
He is going, yeah, he's going to try and stun that guy with his stunning fist attack. Boom, and he does. So 4 to 2, he hits him. So that is going to wear D8 plus 3. So he's just damage to him. He is not being non-lethal because he's worried about what Wraith will think. So he does 5 points on the dude, and the guy has to make a fort save. And that is going to be +6 versus what is his save on this? So he is
10 plus half his character level plus his wisdom modifier.
what's his whiz mod? Where's his whiz mod? Wow, he also DC 18 for this. So here is it's one less. Oops, there we go. Ooh, he made it. So he is not stunned, but he did take damage. And you see Weeping Raven go into a crane stance of some sort. He's getting into it. Lorelei is up. And Poe, if you guys want to go together.
Yeah, Lorelei's just going to fly around and try to find other people that are hiding. Does she know that Didas got hit with an arrow? Can I do a perception to check that?
I imagine in the whisper he's going, "Ow, ow! I just got hit by."
Yeah.
Okay,
to
so
pretty
she's
much
got
everyone.
10, 20, 30.
All right,
Oh, she
give
brought me
me
some Bactine and a Band-Aid.
That's
A
nice.
60 fly. So she's going to fly, I guess, somewhere. I can do a stealth too to see. 24 stealth. She's going to fly around that area and see if she can see anybody moving or.
Okay.
Hmm.
Let me check thing. 1 second. She just all right, well, I gotta roll it again. Because it's a new dude. 26. Yeah, she doesn't see anything back there.
Okay.
All right, so she's flying around up there. Oh, what are you doing?
Oh, is it? Does he have to move with 10-foot reach to hit this guy?
Nope. No, I think you can stab him at 10 feet.
Yeah.
I think that's within range. Let's see. Just want to make. Yeah, he's there.
Yeah.
11 will miss though. Missed him again.
Let me try again with a regular. Let's
Okay.
have this one in there. So. Oh, good
Ooh,
Lord.
that would be a natty onezo. Let's confirm that. 19. Let me check. That might be an unconfirmed fumble. I gotta check. I've got to check his AC. Hold on. Ooh, yeah, that is a confirmed fumble. That would not a 19 does not hit him. So let's go to the chart.
Hmm.
That is a melee fumble. Ooh, bad grip. Your weapon does non-lethal damage for the next 3 rounds.
Hmm.
Ono approves. All right. So I'm just going to pop that in there so we do not forget. Is that it for you?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So Menchi the Goblin. So he is fallen down. He's also webbed.
To a burning wolf.
Yeah, he's
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 having a
trying to get out
bad
of there. So
day.
he's gonna do. So he's grappled, which means he can cast a spell. But I think he would be worried about the fire. So he's going to try an escape artist check. Let's see him real quick. I think he's got pretty good escape artist. Wow. He absolutely does have great escape artist. So what was the DC on that? Do you remember what the DC on the
19.
weapon? 19.
Yeah.
All right. So he is going to try an escape artist check to extricate himself from the web, and he makes it. So then he's going to use his second
I'm sorry,
action.
DC 20.
What? You can't change it.
Oh, he
Is it
still made
really?
it.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it really
really.
DC 20? Oh yeah, it's true. He still made it. All right, his speed is 50, so he is going to now move away. Whoops. Stop it. Hold on. All right. One, two, three. So he's moving slowly and extricating himself out of the web in the best way that he can. That's his whole turn. So Arendar, you are now up. You're at the edge of the obscurimus, which is still there. You see a fire has been kindled in the web. You're not sure what else is going on in there. Poe and Three Weeping Ravens is fighting some guy who has emerged from the web and has a sword in his hand. He looks like he's about to cut down Three Weeping Ravens.
I don't think it's going to happen.
It could happen.
Did I see the goblin run off?
Maybe. Give me a perception check. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Okay. 25, 30, 35. Okay.
All right, so you're running over there
I'm
around
skirting
the
around
around
the
the edge of the
edge,
rocks.
but
Okay.
it's more than one move to get to there.
Okay. So now you're standing in front of him?
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
And I'm going to
next.
ask him in common why he's not still laughing.
It's because it's not as funny anymore. All right, so now 20 hit you, Titus.
Yeah.
Another arrow has popped out seemingly of nowhere from a different direction for 5 points of damage, and I need you to make a perception check.
Okay.
You're not going to see him either. You got to be. Oh, whoa, you bet. Okay, so yeah, you do see him. That's a shocking turn of events. This other arrow has come from way over here. You see that guy way up in the corner? He's up on those rocks
Oh,
over
yeah, yeah,
there,
yeah, yeah.
and he's hidden he's cunningly hidden. If you didn't have height, if you were down in the valley, you probably wouldn't be able to see him. But he's over there, and you see him, he's pulling another one, and he's drawing a bead on you. He doesn't know that you've seen him,
Good.
but he's over there. All right, that's the end of round one. We go to round two. So much is happening, so much interesting stuff, and it's Wraith's turn. There's a stunned archer in front of you. What are you going to do?
Well, if he's stunned, that means I get sneak attack damage.
You do indeed.
So I'm going to take a full attack.
Okay. With arrows? Oh, you could fire close up, can't you?
Point blank master. So I don't cause a 39 to hit, which is a potential crit.
That is a potential crit. That's a natty twinzo.
Which
Plus
is
the sneak attack.
24 damage plus 11.
Okay. Let me
And
check and see if
and
it
2 bleed.
matters. So 23 plus 11 is 34, plus 2 bleed is 36. He has 28 hit points. You just basically stand back, pull an arrow, and shoot it right through his throat.
Yes.
He staggers backward, gurgling. His blood pours out his mouth, and he falls back against the wood back there, and slides slowly to the ground, bleeding out of blood gushing away from his hand as his hand falls away from the arrow wound in his throat.
I'm going to look to the right, say, sorry, Ono, and then I'm going to stealth.
Or no, you might have some arterial splatter on your white robes.
40 stealth.
40 stealth. All right.
Wow, 40 stealth.
You look like, did you ever see the first episode of The Boys where that guy runs through that guy's girlfriend? One of
Yeah.
the That's Ono looks like him. He's like, what? He's got all kinds of blood splatter all over him. All right, so who's this guy? He's dead. He's out of the initiative roll. So it's Titus. Titus, you spotted one guy over there, but you
Oh,
don't think he's the
yes.
only one.
And I smutter under my breath. I hope you brought marshmallows because here comes the fireball.
Oh,
So you're
whoa.
nuking the site from orbit. The range on a fireball is something like 600 feet.
I'm
So
pissed
no
off.
problem there.
Wow.
Uh,
Better
all
start a
right.
forest fire.
A
Not
jungle
my
fire.
problem.
All right. So wait, why didn't it go off? There we go. Actually, you know what? I want a newer thing. I want here we go. I want something cooler looking.
Come on, stick with the classics. It was good
No,
enough for our forefathers.
no. There we go. 20 by 20. So like that. All right.
Okay,
So
that does
where
look
are you?
cooler.
It does look cooler, doesn't it? So where are you? Are you just like surrounding this guy, just putting
I
it right on
can't
his?
seem to grab it.
Oh, it's probably me. Hold on. Let me give you some rights to it. All
It's
right. Try now.
okay. Yeah, I'm not so worried about the cliff face because
All
so
right. So like more backwards behind him kind of thing?
I'm assuming that cliff face I can would see anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm firing the napalm because I'm not worried about the cliff face. I'm worried about the foliage.
Gotcha. All right. All right. So napalm coming in on his perimeter. I need to make a reflex check against your DC for the dem for dodging out of the way. Wait, I gotta check and see if he has evasion. 1 second. He might actually. Nope, he does not. Well, thank you very little. All right, so here it is. My reflex save to get out of the way of the fireball is a 9. Does that beat your DC?
Oh yeah, that beats a DC 21 any day.
Shit. All right, so he is nuked. He gets caught right up in it. Did not expect it. Lands on his target. Ba-boom. How much damage?
Let's see. Damn it, where did it go? Fireball is 1d6 per caster. Okay, so 96.
What?
Whoa,
That seems
Am I
remarkably unfair.
incorrect?
No,
wow.
you
Nope, that
no,
sounds
fireball, I
right.
think it's I don't know what the hold on, let me see what the limit is. I don't think it's 9 though.
It said
Uh
1d6 per caster level.
that's correct. 1d6 max 10. So yeah, so it doesn't max out until 10th level. So go for it. 96. Ba boom.
Oh, jeez.
25 points. A lot of ones in there, but that's okay. He is kaboomed. He's still alive though as the fireball winks out. And evaporates. He's scorched and damaged. You see, well, you can't probably see from here. Blisters. His hair is all burned off. His eyebrows are gone. Mustache is just a dim memory.
Oh no, I hold up a mirror for him.
Here you go. Here you go. I hate you. All right. So he is nuked, but still alive. So,
And I message everyone, hey, anyone on a verm?
all right. Yeah, he's definitely in firm territory. All right. So is that it for you?
What else can I do?
I don't know.
I
What else
guess
can
I'll take a little step into the fog of or
All
whatever.
right. Okay. Uh, all right. Over by that area, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. You hear a woman yelling, "You bastard!" And you see this woman come flying out
Hmm.
down the path.
Hmm.
Let me do a quick thing. How?
Hmm.
What can you There it is. Okay. Okay. So let me roll. Whoops. This 1 second. Hmm. I think. Oh, you rolled a 40. Um, well, shit. I rolled an 8. So she's screaming and she comes down there. She stops and she's looking in. She's sort of looking around. And because of the mist, she can't see Titus. Because of the stealth, she can't see Wraith. Maybe she can see Ono, but she rolled a freaking 8 perception, and at that distance on the hill, I don't think she can. I don't think she can see flipping anybody.
Hmm.
So she runs out here. That's it. That's all she does. Ono, you're up there
Mhm.
on the cliff. Give me a perception check. She's blinded by hate. 20. All right. You hear a woman's voice like, "You bastards!" And you look over off the cliff. Wraith has apparently disappeared. And you look past the obscuring mist, and you can see there is a woman in the middle of the pathway dressed in Sargavan clothing, leather armor, or some sort of clothing, Sargavan style clothing. And she's looking around and she's making gestures with her hands. And you can, it's a 20. You can't really see what she's doing with her hands, but she's doing something with her hands.
Does she look like okay?
But she doesn't have a weapon in her hand.
All
But
right.
she's like doing. You've seen Titus and some of the other guys doing sort of like this swirly kind of thing right before they blow shit up.
So she's probably 150 feet away from me.
I don't think she's quite that far. More like
Oh,
70
that,
feet, but
uh,
also down the cliff. She's sort of in the valley, but 70 feet is the crow left. 72
is
feet is the
each
crow fly, something like that.
is each square 10 feet or 5?
5.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Oh, all right. Well, if that's the case, as a swift action, I will put on a sudden burst of speed. Um,
Okay.
so that brings my speed to 90. Um,
Okay.
wind jump is still in effect. Can I jump to here?
I think you can.
Okay, I shall do that.
It's
And
well within 90 feet, and if you're jumping off the cliff, then
yeah,
yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to.
okay, cool. And then can I do a non-lethal flurry of blows, or do I just
Just
get one?
one strike because you moved, but yeah,
Right.
you could try and if you want to do a stunning fist, you could try that.
Yes, sir. I will do a stunning fist, non-lethal on her.
Good.
And here it comes. I do a.
Ooh, that is a potential fumble. Roll it again.
That's terrible.
That is terrible. What did you roll?
I rolled a 1 the first time.
Oh, 15. That is below her AC. So you rolled a confirmed natural attack fumble.
That's too bad. Ugh.
Oh
Well, I hope I at least
shit.
start over.
Muscle tear. You
Ah,
overextended yourself. You take 1d4 points of strength damage.
ow.
Allow me to roll that.
Please do.
1 point
1.
of strength damage. So
Okay.
your
All right.
strength is damaged by 1. So yeah,
Okay.
you may have strained a muscle. Kind of, oh,
-1.
that's gonna sting in the morning.
Okay. All right. So I have applied a temp -1 to strength. That was
Perfect.
lame. Well,
Well, I don't
I
know.
hope
You jumped 90 feet off a cliff. That was kind of cool. She's probably got a very shocked look on her face because
um
she's like, she's just standing there and you like missed her with a punch. You just appeared out of nowhere and missed her with a punch.
did I interrupt whatever she was doing with her hands?
No, you haven't touched her. So whatever
All right.
she's doing, it's still happening.
Okay.
But she seems troubled, I think is
Oh,
probably the best word.
okay.
Speaking of troubled, Bondrum, you're up.
Um, I really,
Well, Arendar ran over there, so you could probably just nuke that site too.
yeah, I think I'm just gonna let things go for a moment. Um, hmm. I'm gonna postpone again. I'm gonna wait and see how things play out here.
Delaying again. Okay, all right. All right, let's
Don't feel
do
bad
this. All right, Titus. Ooh, 11 hits, does not hit you. Um, well, 12 doesn't either. So, 12 misses you. I need you to roll a perception check. Oh,
I'm obscured. How could somebody be
you're
shooting at me?
sort of at the top. You're not in the mist, and it depends on the direction.
I
This one came out of
see.
the northerly woods over here.
So perception,
Please. Oh,
30.
damn, you are killing it with the perceptions tonight. All right, so yeah, you saw where this one came from. Boink! This guy, Lorelei sees him too. He's pulling a new arrow, and he's going to let fly at you again with his second attack, which is not as good as his
You
first attack.
bastard.
Ooh, 22 hit you.
Yeah,
There we go. That's what we like to see.
it is.
5 points of damage, arrow damage, but you see her now. It's a female Chilaxian over there. She's tucked into the woods over there. Just like that other guy was sort of hiding.
Somebody bring the Bactine and Band-Aids.
All right. That's it for her. Now it's his turn. He is going to take a couple of whacks at three Weeping Ravens, who has that's his AC. He has much more.
Oh, that's a bad guy right there. I missed him. By 3 Weeping Ravens.
Yeah, three Weeping Ravens rushed over there to attack.
Oh,
You
what
got
a
a verm here.
FPC is a hero.
I'm sorry.
That PC is a hero.
Could be. He's getting attacked though. So, 1 second. Okay, he is going to fight. Ooh, damn, he's tough. Here we go. So first attack, and he gets two. So first attack is going to be that's a hit, and second attack is going to be another hit. Ooh, man, three Weeping Ravens is taking it on the chin from this guy and his sword. D10 plus 6. Wow. Ooh, man. He takes the damage in silence. So that's a roll a perception check, Vondram.
Okay.
Weeping Ravens is going to give as good as he gets, though.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, polearm, to your eyes, polearm is sort of in the way of that Chilaxian guy with the sword down to the south. I mean, you could see him, but polearm's in the way if you want to do a ray or something. Same,
Would a 5 foot step clear me of that though?
sure, yeah, absolutely.
All right. And then
And then there's the goblin who's over by Arendar. He looks frightened. You're not sure what he's going to do. He looks like he's seriously considering running back into the flaming webs.
but I can't see him.
Yeah, you can see through the webs.
Okay. Okay, I didn't know if I could see the goblin. Okay. Well, I'm
Yeah.
ready when you are.
Beyond that, I think that's the only enemies that you can see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. All right, so three Whipping Ravens. He's going to do Flurry of Blowge. Here we go. Oops, wrong dice. All right, 1, 2, and then miss. So 2, he does Flurry of Blows, hits twice. 2d8 plus 6, and he is hitting as hard as he can. He did not like those sword strikes. Not one bit. Oh man, he's still up. All right, so he falls back under the oppressive hits from three Weeping Ravens, but does not collapse.
Well, he hit twice,
Lorelei's up.
right? He hit twice, right?
He did, yeah.
And each hit
Yes.
does 2d8 plus 6?
No, each one does 1d8 plus 3.
Oh, okay.
Lorelei and
Was
Poe.
the first one a stunning fist?
It was not. It was just a regular flurry of blows.
Okay.
Lorelai's going to do a color spray on that archer right next to her.
Ooh, color spray.
That is
Love those. I mean, when I'm doing them, I hate them when somebody does them to me.
DC 16. Not too hard.
All right. Do you need to know the level of that
If she doesn't
character?
make the save, yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Cool. DC 16, is this a will or a reef?
It is a will.
Will save. Oh, this is not good. This is not good.
Hmm.
Their will saves are not as good as I would like, but here we go. Ooh, 19 made it. All right. So is it save for negates?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. She managed to avert her eyes in time to avoid the pernicious effects of the color spray spell. Is Lorelai going to stay there or move?
I think she's going to drop down into that tree just so she's not as visible.
Bloop. Okay. What about you, Poe? What are you going to do? Three Weeping Ravens is bleeding pretty significantly. He's been hit twice by a sword. He's given as good as he gets, and it looks like that guy's on his last legs. He's staggering around. Those hits, those flurry of blows really, really struck him hard. 12 is a
I cannot hit
miss.
this guy. Yeah, I'm going to use my next action to move, actually,
Okay.
Oh, that'd be
because I
great.
pretty much can't hit him with my other second attack. So 10, 20, 30. I'm going
All
to go
right.
around where Titus is getting attacked.
Okay. You have you're in the mist.
Right.
Okay.
I can see though, right? I'm 5 feet in.
You're in the
inside.
edge, yeah, but you can't look north, right? You can see mostly
Right.
you can see like over in this area.
Yeah, and I'm going to be checking for traps. So if I need to roll that, let me know.
Okay.
On the ground, I'm sweeping my.
Give me a perception check. 17? Yeah, as you are passing through the mist, you look on the ground and you do see what looks to be under some leaves, another one of those traps. This one has not activated. This one, let me mark these. This one has activated. This one has been disarmed. But that one off to your right is just lying there under some leaves. It has not been activated.
Okay.
Can I jump
right.
back in, Liz?
You can indeed. All right.
That's me charging my staff again.
Okay.
So I am going to hit this guy with the first one, the one down low. I'm going to attempt.
Okay.
And there's
Ooh, dang. 29 is a hit. That's a natural 19.
I don't think you get natties. You don't get like extra damage though on spells, right? No.
Could be. Yeah. No, I agree.
Okay, and there is his damage.
Okay. Ooh, that's gonna basically so this was another fire ray?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So that fire ray takes him amidships and just knocks him back over. So there's a little cliff here. It knocks him back so hard that he rolls off that cliff, and you can hear like as he rolls down the cliff and lands here. And he only had 2 hit points left. So that 24 is more than enough to send him on to the devils that he so gleefully worships in Cheliax.
Is that a verm?
Has anybody else hit that guy?
Thought it was just 3, whatever.
Was it 3
Yeah.
Weeping Ravens? Was it the only one?
Did
I thought
she
the
hit him with
initial,
flame? She hit him with flame earlier.
yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
the
right. That's right. So no verm, although good call.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it's a ray, but I can angle it to miss Arendar. Can I not to hit this?
Yeah, I think the webs are just sort of scattered about. So, whoops, that's not what I wanted.
The remaining 2 would go to our friend here. I'm well
Yeah,
with.
it's at the very edge of the webs, and you would easily miss Arendar.
Okay, cool. So that's going to be the attempt here.
Okay. Can you guys see when I do those arrows, by the way, those measuring arrows?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit. Do either of those hit? It's a touch,
That I gotta look.
isn't it? Isn't a ray a touch attack?
Ray is a touch attack, I believe. Both
Is
of those
this
hits.
is this scorching ray you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
And how many rays do you get?
I get 3, and I
Okay.
have double damage because of the charged weapon feat that I have.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
It's crazy cool.
That's a dangerous spell just normally. If you double damage it,
It
that's
is. Why do you get 3? It says 1 ray plus 1 additional for every 4 levels to a maximum of 3 rays at 11th level.
so you only get 2 rays right now.
We're 9th level, right? For every 4 levels, you get 1 more.
That's
Beyond
every 4 levels
third. So
beyond
you get
third.
one at an extra one at 7th, so that'll give you 2. Then you get your third one at 11th.
Oh, I read that wrong. Oh, beyond 3rd level.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So
I
you just
didn't.
get 1 more. 23 is a hit though. So how much damage do you do to my poor long-suffering goblin who has
Well,
not been able to do jack shit this whole time?
I kind of screwed up then, and you took extra damage on the last one then too,
That's
though.
all right.
All right,
We'll let it pass.
31.
30 jeepers creepers.
Wow.
Well, he felt that, and he's definitely not laughing now. You killed his dog. He hasn't got off a single spell all day, and this stinks.
Really.
All right, so it is now his turn, and honestly, I don't know what to do. If he
Surrender.
re-enters the web, he has to save again, right?
Yep.
Yes.
As far as he knows, Erendar is probably one of those wussy fighters that can't hit anything.
And this close, if he casts a spell, he's going to provoke.
I'm gonna smack the crap out of him.
I know.
Or I'm gonna
Well,
try anyway.
I'm going. So I'm going to do a 5-footer to avoid that, so that he can get out of range enough to cast a spell. You don't have reach or anything, do you?
I do not.
Good. All right. So he's going to move 5 foot this way, so he can cast a spell, and that spell is going to be 1 second. I got to check something.
I've never heard of that one.
It's a new spell. I just wrote it.
It doesn't sound very dangerous.
Okay. That is probably not going to work for what I want. Yeah, he's going to do that. He is. Yeah, he's got it. He is going to very quickly cast Mirror Image, so that he gets
Two of them?
another guy appears.
There's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them now, and I got to be honest with you, I would have hoped for more, but now there's
Yeah.
2 of them. Aaron Archer turn. It's a 50-50 hit this
Yeah.
guy.
5-foot step,
Yeah.
full attack.
All right.
Um,
Ah, fuck me. All right. 28 will hit. 22 will also hit. So let's do this first. So the
So the
28
first
will
one-
hit. Go ahead and do 50-50. So you call it high or low.
high.
Okay.
So
Low. So
I
you
took a
hit
copy.
you took the copy.
I
Now,
took the copy.
yep.
And
Which
then
means the second attack will hit him
Yep.
for 11 points of damage. He's still up.
Hmm.
He is still up. I'll tell you what, that mirror image saved him, because the other one, it would have killed him otherwise. And that is it for you, yes?
Yep.
All right, that's him. He's gone. That's the end of the round. It's the end of the round. All right. Round three. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're good on time. Wraith. Is he there? Did he take off? Did we lose Wraith? We
No,
lost Wraith.
I'm here.
Oh,
I
where are
just
you?
was on mute.
Oh, okay, gotcha. You are up. You
Do I keep the same stealth or do I have to roll again?
you got the nobody spotted you, so you keep the same stealth, unless you move, in which case you have to roll again,
Yeah. Let's see here. It's
or attack, or fire, or do something crazy like you like to do.
15 feet puts me directly beside Lorelei.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna move there.
Okay, you're on the cliff.
I'm gonna skirt the cliff edge.
Okay,
Now I can see her.
theoretically, roll a perception check, and I got to roll another stealth because this is a new thing. So her stealth is good, good, good. You rolled a 20. She rolled a 20, so you do see her.
Okay. Then I'm going to take one attack at her,
Okay.
and it's going to be rapid shot.
Okay. So
27 to hit.
that will hit.
It's
25 damage?
26 damage.
26? All right. And then
She's
this. Go ahead.
there's no sneak, there's no bleed. Well, wait a
Okay.
minute. She doesn't know I'm here because I was stealth.
Well, she was same rules apply. Flat-footed is, we didn't do it before. So she's been fighting, so she's not flat-footed.
Okay, so it's just 26 points of damage.
Okay. Would you get a second attack, or is that the split?
Actually, that's got many shot in it, right?
Yeah, the first is
Okay. I think that's all you get is just the many shot
Oh, it's all
right
blended
with
together?
just a
Oh,
single
yeah,
action.
because that's why the
because I
damage is so big.
moved.
Yeah, because you moved.
Got
But
it.
it's still you launching two arrows at once.
Right.
Boom. She is grievously injured as both arrows hit her. She staggers back. She did not see this coming. She was drawing to fire another shot at Titus, and staggers backwards with her bow in her hand and lets out I've been hit. And it's Titus's turn. And Titus, I must say, you are in firm position with that archer.
And I do have a score to settle.
You do indeed.
I am going to go with the good old trusty, reliable magic missile.
That should do it.
So
If you get two magic missiles, you can aim them at separate targets if they're within
Ooh,
range.
I don't
thank
know that he
you.
can even see separate targets, though.
Thank you,
What other
Wraith.
target would you set it at?
The other,
The other archer he set on fire.
yes.
Oh, he's still alive, isn't he? I forgot
Right.
about that guy.
So he could verm her and protect from having a verm taken from him by killing the other guy.
He can indeed.
I don't mind someone taking a worm from me.
Yeah, but you killed
okay.
two people.
I'm not sure I have that set up correctly.
No, which is well, yeah. All right, so
Yeah, no, that's all four of
four
your magic
missiles.
missiles.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
so you want to split them 2 and 2?
Yes.
All right, that
So-
is one verm for you,
One worm for me.
Yay.
and then the other guy dies too. So that verm is off of Chuck.
Nice. Well done.
All right, I believe that may be the first official verm of the year.
Mhm.
What?
I think it is. I don't think anybody else has got any verms this year so far.
Oh,
So she
well,
goes,
pride.
he goes down, bloop, in a scorched mess. She goes down, bloop, with a bunch of arrows stuck in her. We're running out of dudes here. All right, so that was Titus. You can move or anything like that? Titus is just spraying magic missiles.
He's our failing system. Do.
No, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good where I am.
You're good where you are. All right, so the woman, oh no, that you are confronting
Mhm.
is shocked by your sudden appearance. but not so shocked that she is unable to react. So first thing that she will do is, yeah, that. All right. So first things first, she
Mhm,
is going to back up a couple of feet to the rock here, brace herself against the rock.
mhm. Okay.
And then she is going to cast a spell on you
Me?
that you are not going to like.
Uh-oh.
In front of her,
Uh-oh.
a 5 foot diameter ball of flame materializes and rolls over you.
Ugh.
Um,
I hate that.
yeah, I hope that you would.
Dodge, parry, spin, thrust.
All right, so it materializes here, bloop, and then just sort of like rolls past you. It like rolls over you as it continues on this way and down the path, sort of towards the mist.
Okay.
You
Ow.
must make a reflex save to dodge out of the way.
Okay, let me see here.
And I believe you have evasion, correct?
Yes, sir.
All
I,
right,
I,
which
I also
means
have improved evasion.
improved evasion. All right, what was your reflex save?
I'm gonna roll that now. I
Okay.
wanted to make sure
Oh,
I
gotcha.
reflex. Where am I? Reflex. I- I- F reflex. I roll a 19.
19 is a success. You managed to dodge out of the way at the last
Mhm.
minute. I'm going to move you over one square as the flaming sphere rolls down the way. It is now your turn.
Okay. Well, she's just rolled a giant ball of flame at me. I missed her the
Yes.
first time. Um, I'm still under effect of wind jump and sudden burst of speed.
Okay.
Um, those each last 1 minute. So I've used, I think, 2 rounds of the wind jump, 1 round of the speed.
All
And
right.
um, I'm going to move up to here. And may I please apply a flurry of blows to her?
You
Yeah,
may.
because it's a 5 foot step.
And I will make I will specify the first attack as stunning punch, non-lethal. The second attack will be a spinning kick style strike, uh, like that. So
Okay. Damn.
it makes she uh will be flat-footed for that because it's unexpected.
If she gets stunned.
Uh, actually,
No,
no.
Really?
she's flat-footed unless she has uncanny dodge.
She does not have uncanny dodge.
Okay,
Right.
so those are my two. That's the first and the second. Then the third and fourth will be normal. So here we go with the flurry of blows
What?
on this one.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm.
15 will miss. And that's your stunning fist. So that,
Yes, sir.
well, let me check. Yes, that will miss. So that missed. The 26 will definitely hit. Attack number 2. Is that the spin kick?
Yes, sir.
All right. 3 and 4 both miss. So the spin kick hits.
Okay.
What is that? Damn, what does it do?
Well, it's the it took it just
It's just a
it,
strike. Okay.
yeah, it's just a strike. So it
Okay.
just did just 3.
Got it. Okay. It does it. She's flat-footed because of the
It's
yeah,
a
the
surprise
uncanny
attack.
dodge.
Like what happened? Oh, he just spun around and kicked
Yeah,
me. What the hell
gotcha.
was
Okay.
that?
That's pretty cool.
So it's meant to be just a surprise attack, which will reduce the opponent's AC or make it so that it's a flat-footed
Gotcha.
AC.
Okay. So is that
Uh,
3 bludgeoning damage? Is that accurate?
that's it. So I didn't really cause my
Boom.
charm. It's 3 non-lethal.
Non-lethal.
I
Okay.
hurt her feelings.
You did.
Okay.
She did not expect that.
Okay.
Where's he? Is he dead? Did you kill that guy? You did kill that guy. All right, so that's it for you. Oh no.
I think so.
Well, I guess it's it for you. That's right. You've moved and you've attacked. So three
Oh,
weeping
you
ravens.
know,
Go ahead.
may I try something that I haven't tried yet? Um, I have a key pool, key pool.
Hmm.
Can I wait a minute. Um, by spending 1 point from his key pool as a swift action, a monk can make one additional unarmed strike at his
Okay.
highest attack bonus when making a flurry of blows attack.
All right. Do you
So,
want to do that?
now my question is, do I get the full flurry of blows or just one?
Just the
Just
one strike.
you
The
get
one
one
strike?
attack, but
Can I make it a
at the
stunning fist
pluses,
again?
Can you make it a stunning fist?
I might.
Probably. I don't see why
Okay.
not.
I will try that again.
Okay, you're gonna
I
try and
will
stun
try
Fister.
my.
Okay,
All right,
that came
so
out wildly wrong. Sorry,
it's okay. I'm gonna be a
I
complete
didn't say that.
professional here. Here we go. And I'm gonna do a 12.
That's gonna miss.
yeah,
My attack rolls are just
Mr. Non-Lethal's fisting people now. Okay, kudos to that.
What monastery did you come from again? Yeah, that kind of. All right. So three weeping ravens is going to. Where is he going to go? He thinks the problem's up there, so he is going to move quite expeditiously up that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right. So Poe, you see three weeping ravens come running past you. He's moving through the jungle. Boom, 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 boom. And it looks like he's headed towards Ono, potentially to help him out.
All right. I'll
Uh
say, what's the trap as he goes by?
oh yeah, okay. Ooh, yeah, he missed it. All right, Lorelai's up, and then Poe.
I think Lorelei is going to fly around and try to flank with Ono.
Okay.
So let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, she can do that. So she's going to just basically be up above and then kind of drop down
Okay. All
and
right.
push
I
him into
will I
something.
will require a perception check.
Uh,
22.
22.
Okay, yeah. So as she flies over there, she looks directly to the east, and she sees another Chalaxian, this one also with a sword, coming around this edge of this bushes here to get behind Ono.
what? All right. All right. All right.
Okay, I will pass that on to Titus so he can tell everyone that there's more coming up
Everybody.
north.
Another dude. All right, Lorelai does that. Poe, does she get an attack? Is she that
She
fast?
she does, yeah.
Okay.
She never does attack, but I'll try. Let's see here.
18. That I think will hit. What is she hitting her with?
She just has a little dagger. I don't even think it's even
Oh,
going to really do any damage, honestly.
okay.
Because I mean, she's a pixie, so her
Yeah.
dagger is like a
Ouch.
pair of scissors. So
Like a
Yeah.
hat pin, yeah.
That's
A
close for
D1,
flanking, though. It's
a
just
D1 -1.
yeah, right, exactly. But I mean, I wanted her to flank, so
Okay.
Ono gets the bonus for flanking.
All right.
And Poe is going to, I don't know, he probably can't see anybody where he's at still, right, with the fog.
No. The only thing he would have seen
Uh,
would have been three weeping ravens running past him towards the north.
okay, so
All
he's
right,
going
so
to get
he's
out of the fog, and then he's
all
going
right.
to cast spiritual weapon on her.
All right. One thing though. Badonk. I need you to make a reflex save.
Uh-oh.
There's another trap.
Bear trap on the side of the road.
Oh dear. All these traps. Man.
Where's my reflex? There it is. 10.
Ooh, 10. That is not going to be enough. That trap closes over your so a couple of things happen. These are bear traps. So it closes over your leg, slows your speed to half, and does D6 damage to your leg. So 3 points of damage, and your speed is now halved until you can get the trap off.
It's actually too high. I haven't updated that formula in a while, but I don't know if it matters. 12.
Oh, nah, 12's not going to be
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. All right.
DC's 15.
Yeah.
All right.
How much damage you say? 3?
3 points.
Oh, 7. And I'm stuck.
Well, half speed. You can clank
Oh,
along with it, but it slows you down, and it's quite painful.
I don't have to move because do I need to do a concentration check to be able to do a spell then?
No, only if the damage is taking place during the course of the spell, so you should be okay.
Okay, so spiritual weapon. I think that takes a round, right? Or is that? Let's see here.
I don't. Does it take a whole round? I don't
No,
think it
it's one
does.
action. So I can attack with it now? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're casting it now as it happens, since you took the damage this round during the spell, you will have to make a concentration check. You wouldn't if for next round. I thought you were talking about next round if it was still on.
No, because
So
I
in
just
this
did
case,
one move and yeah.
yeah. So in this case, the concentration for injury is 10 plus 3 plus spell level. So 13 plus what's the spell level of the it's like a
2.
2 second level spell. So it's a 15 concentration check.
Yeah, 26. So yeah.
No problem. Yeah, you can cast it this way. What
Okay.
is
So I need to roll an attack plus 11, 2 of them. Ooh, look at that. 229s.
what'd you get? A 29. What is your spiritual weapon?
Uh, well, I guess it would be the same as what I have. I
It's a
worship
spear?
Fae, the Elder Fae. Yeah, I don't know that he's really got a weapon though, the Fae.
We're gonna
So
give
I
you.
I would think it's my big, like my giant sticker kind of thing.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna give you this. That's too big.
2d8 plus 6. 2.
And you can't even see it. That's so lame. That's very lame. But that is not lame. Let's try that. All right. So is it attacking the woman?
Yep.
Okay.
12 points damage.
Wow. Okay. So can you see that?
Yep.
Oh, cool. So it is attacking her. She did in 12 points of damage with a successful spiritual weapon strike. 12. Okay. So that's lethal damage.
Yeah.
All right. Menchie, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, Menchie?
Trying to teach Ono how to do it. None of this non-lethal crap.
Didn't Bondrum have a shot here?
Yeah. It's Vondi's turn.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, Vondrum, sorry.
Hey, free action, I'm gonna clear the fog out.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move my little legs here. I could see this trap, but
Oh, wait.
I went right from where I was down the path.
Yep, and there is a hidden trap in the path. I need you to make a reflex save.
Okay,
Man.
hang on.
So the DC is 15 reflex save to avoid that.
How'd I do?
21, no problem. Snap, it goes off.
Yeah.
And you have avoided it.
Okay, can I see this guy?
Not through those bushes, no.
So the only one I can see is this one here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'm gonna drop a pit under her because I don't know about him, and I'd like
Oh,
to get here alive.
Wow. Here comes the pit.
here comes the pit. All right.
10 by
Nice.
10. Now it can go 40 feet deep, but I really don't want to crush her into smithereens. So I'm just going to do it 20 feet deep, which should hurt her pretty bad.
All right. So 20 feet deep. So she's gonna fall. 2d6 damage. Oh, I have to make a
You have
reflex
to
save
make
to
a
see if I
reflex.
avoid. Yeah, I can avoid not fall. I can avoid falling in there. Reflex. What's the DC? Her reflex is +4.
That is a second level spell, so 12, 18.
She did not make it. She falls, plummets
Hmm.
down into the pit. So
Nice.
2d6 damage. You want to roll that?
Sure.
Ooh, suddenly there's a pit there. Ah!
8 points. Okay. She lands. Oh no, you see her land heavily at the bottom of that pit with a thud, uh,
Oof.
and the crunch of fractured bones as she calls out and cries out in pain as she hits the bottom.
Well, I'm sorry, man,
Uh,
but that's what you get.
That's it.
okay,
Nice, nice.
man. Titus, remind me what is the DC on that web again?
20.
20. Boy, he is desperado. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it.
Hmm.
All right. He, seeing Arendar being grievously wounded, is going to try and run south into the web and avoid getting stuck. So he's going to go to here. And here's my save. Yes. So he is moving half speed through the web. So he's going to use the rest of his move to go like to here, avoiding the fire. He also flips Arendar the bird, the goblin bird. But it is Arendar's turn.
Hmm.
And then we'll stop for the night because we're way after 11.
So with web, can you fire into it?
Sure. But
You can
you got a
always ask me to
falcata in your hand,
dispel
right?
it.
Oh yeah. But as a move action, I can switch weapons
Okay.
and then I can get a single shot.
It feels like a perfect time for a natural one. But I didn't get that. So a 30? A 30?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hit him. For 10 points, the bird slowly drops to his side as the arrow takes him high between the shoulder blades, and he lets out one small, demented goblin yelp as he falls forward into the web face down because he
Wow.
is now dead.
Hmm.
I'm gonna yell, keep running.
He's not running. He's fallen forward. He just is like flipped you off and then was like, the arrow got me, and falls forward into the web that is continuing to burn. All right. Any movement from you? Or you use your move
No,
action to
I
switch?
use my move to swap weapons.
All right. We still have interlocutors on the field. So the next time we play, which will
Mhm.
be, let us look,
In
shall
four
we?
weeks.
3 weeks. 3 weeks. So next week's the
Oh yeah.
15th. I'll be in
One, two,
Kentucky.
three.
Week after that is the 22nd. That's Curse of Strahd. So it will be the 1st of March.
Yep.
1st of March.
Sunday, March 1. In Like a Lion.
Indeed.
Also
Thank
for
you.
I think Mike, you're the only one in BDC, but I talked to Bob today, and it's Lent, so he is off of BDC until the till mid-April. So the rest of February and the whole month of March, there's going to be some Fridays open. So, and I encourage the rest of you, those of you who have maybe started thinking about maybe running a one shot on a Friday night, getting some game together, something like that. There's going to be some
The
open Friday
Monty
nights for you.
Python game.
Maybe the Monty Python game. But now's an opportunity for you guys to sort of get in there, run a one shot. If you need materials, if you need help, if you need Roll20 instruction, I'm here for you. So if you
I
got
need
an
somebody to
idea,
do everything for me, and then I will volunteer.
all right, I don't know everything will work, but maybe we can make something work. Hit me up. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But be a great time for somebody to do a one shot here in late February or early March. So or March really for March and early February for the Fridays. But lots of open days. Hit me up.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
And with that, we will stop for tonight. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
We
Great
will
game.
resume here.
Yep.
Thank you. We'll resume here in a couple of weeks.
Awesome.
Right.
Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
class.
Good night.
everyone.
Take care.
See you
Good night.
guys.
All right, guys, hang on a second, Les.
Okay. Hold on. Let me stop the phenomenal here.
Okay.